I went to Nexus, the other.
Hello, everybody!
Hello!
We are live!
Didn't even throw in a countdown.
Well, who needs a
Put
countdown?
my clock back in my pants.
Countdown to days.
Did you get a haircut? Your hair looks nice. Anyway, hello!
You look so awesome.
Yes.
Why, thank you for noticing.
No, I haven't. It's just hold on.
Yep. Hello, and welcome to Esthara Chronicles. I am your dungeon mommy, Sylfania. We've got Bax Obsidian, our resident warlock, played by Thanture Mads.
Yes, that would be me.
We have Sildana Markuth, our resident ranger mom, played by
Yay.
Zomdani.
Hello.
And we
That's
have,
me.
we have our resident shadow monk, Fervent Dickens.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one. I keep promising that one day I'm gonna sit down and compile all of those burps, but I don't know when that's gonna happen.
That's a lot of
compile them.
burps.
You
But
should
they're all
compile
the
them
same start point. though.
Yeah, so I can find them easily. It's just the editing. But anyway,
you should compile them in tune with like a song.
that is way too much effort.
That's a lot of effort, actually.
and requires-
That's literally a lot of effort.
And requires a lot of skill, which I do not have. I'm gonna tell you right
do
now.
that for the 100th session. Just put all of them into the same time. Just explode them.
So yeah, I'm.
No, that's the final verse.
Before the stream, we were quickly discussing the fact that I'm technologically inept, and I have no idea how to do most things. So here we are. But anyway,
Honestly,
Wait, sorry.
welcome back to this shit show.
Computer, I was looking up knitting on the internet and it came up with Google.
I
Oh
like how
god.
you had to do extra role playing by pulling down the glasses just a tad.
Oh my
Grab
god.
a look.
Okay, well, few announcements before we start. This is, I don't know which session this is. 30? 20? Shit. Someone check.
Are you not
Let
marking
me
them
open-
down on
let me
YouTube?
open YouTube.
I am! I just don't remember because I post them straight after the session and then I forget.
We're like on episode 20 or something, aren't we?
No, more
Past
than
the
that.
20s?
More than that.
More than that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We are on episode 30! This is episode 30, everybody. We've been playing for
Wait,
over
so-
a year.
Hold on. Like, I want to do the math on this. Each session is like almost like around 4 hours, basically.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And we have over 30.
Well, 3 hours,
and-
actually. But yeah.
3 to 4 hours occasionally. I'll put like 3.2.
Okay, while he's doing the math, I just wanted to...
90.
Bye.
I wanted to say thank you to Zomdani for
We're
gifting me
probably covering around the
these.
100.
Oh, fuck. It's like 96 hours.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Danny, for gifting me these. I'll wear them with pride.
Yeah, they're
I really,
so pretty.
I really like them. They're big and pretty.
You're gonna be the best goth girl.
And for giving me these dice, which I'm gonna use today. Ah, it's metal.
The metal ones?
Yes!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Those
had
are
to.
so cool.
It was D&D related. I had to show it. Okay, I had to. I simply had to.
Danny,
Damn it!
Danny, you gotta promise me that when
Now,
your
what
Prince
about the mouse
Albert
pad?
piercing comes in, you gotta show that on stream, alright? You gotta put it in and show it on stream.
Yeah, mousepad is a little bit more difficult because it's like covering my whole desk, so I can't lift it because there's a lot of stuff on it. But
You're not gonna move your webcam, I'm guessing.
nah, because if I do that, it'll never come back up again.
Oh,
As I just
no.
said, I am technically inept. I will send a picture, post a picture on Discord to like show what it looks like.
I
But
I
for
have my webcam resting on a DM screen because otherwise you'd be looking at me like it's a fucking
Up your-
POV in a porno.
up your nostrils. Anyway, quick recap as to what happened last session. Regardless of the calm and beautiful music you hear in the background,
We decided to go fuck shit up.
you guys decided to. You guys were on your way
You mean
to
I got fucked
Cloudgeforge from Laudenborough because you have gotten a prophecy. Bax has gotten a prophecy from his deity, and the deity said go northeast, and you guys went north. And then probably you're gonna go east, and
I did not have my notes up. I couldn't. That's the brief explanation.
that's okay. It's been long enough. If you're curious about what the prophecy's like, watch the last 2 episodes.
The prophecy!
It's in there. But basically, the gang went north, and all of last episode was travel montage. And they've gone through a few things. They've met a griffin, family of griffins, which they killed easily and made
And
griffin
ate.
fried chicken.
Never forget.
Made some
Ate them.
GFC. Then you guys have found the local sort of quarry, and you talked to a merchant from Cloudforge who, you just had a quick chat, and then from then on it was just open fields and, you know, a bunch of camping. You guys were followed by some creepy thing. Somebody was following you and you tried to catch them, but you couldn't because they were too sneaky. And then another time you guys were about to...
Very sneaky.
Yeah, next time you guys were about to set camp, you found a bunch of dead bodies. And as you were investigating, Fervran decided to set a bush on fire and then yeet the bodies into it. And that released the shadows, which were hiding in the bodies. And you guys fought the shadows and survived! It was a close one! Bax, you almost died again! And we sort of ended the... we ended the stream after a long boss fight because we didn't want to sort of... we didn't want to stop it halfway through. And you guys are currently in... oops, pardon. Yeah, you guys are currently...
You're in hell.
No, you're not in hell. You're just sort of standing there panting in the field, like in the clearing with a bunch of dead bodies, and the shadows disappeared, leaving no trace. Fervent, your little shadow dude has 2 eyes now, and he is a little bit corporeal, but he is slowly disappearing. You notice as the time progresses, his physical form that he obtained by absorbing all of these shadows is slowly going away. Bax, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, I've added a feat to your character sheet on D&D Beyond. Because your blade, your shadow blade, was also absorbing the shadows, and there was a nice bonus in it for you.
Wow. It also gives you an erection.
It's in the feats.
Talking about the toughness feat?
Yeah. Your god decided to give you a little bit more toughness. just a tiny bit more
So essentially, like, weak.
Yeah, because you've been almost dead twice, and your god saved you from brink of death 3 times now. So he's like, bruh, here's some toughness.
He's just like, why are you like this?
Why are you like this? Why do I have to waste my precious energy and power?
I can't believe you are my chosen
We don't
one.
have a front line.
Why do I have to waste my precious magic energy on bringing you back from the brink of death?
You've got a front line. It's Fervent Dickens, but
Bro,
I don't know.
Fervent ain't holding shit.
He kind of goes off and does his own thing a lot of times.
Anyway.
I'm a front line, not yours.
Right,
exactly
so...
my point.
Anyway, you gang...
That's literally why I, like, got the spell fucking...
Spell fucking?
Summon Shadow Spawn.
Yeah.
Just because I knew I didn't have a phone.
But you guys are alive, and the dead bodies are still there. I mean, the 2 are burning in a bush, and they smell nice. And one of them is just, you know, currently inside a tent, and everything else is dead. And your shadow buddy is, like, sort of chilling with you, you know, hanging around.
I can imagine they're losing their shit with their new capacity to wink.
Yeah, he's, like, winking around. He's doing, like, weird eye rolls and crossing his eyes and doing, like, all sorts of weird shit.
Okay, I have to set myself up to wink. Hold on.
Wait, you can wink?
I can wink, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I
He
gotta
has
set
to
it
wink,
up with,
but he
let's
feels
see.
agonizing pain every time he does it.
Yeah, I just set my eye blinking never, and then go, ah,
Oh, that's cute.
ah.
Wonder if I could do
I
that.
can do that. You can do that. You can do that too.
Oh, okay.
I can show you how to do it later. Is it a powerful wink? Yes. I mean, do you think this is a powerful wink?
I mean, yeah, it's
You gotta
powerful
take a
because
chow.
you're powerful because you jiggle when you wink. Anyway,
You forgot the verbal component.
what do you guys do? You guys are all beat up except Saldana.
Well, time to remedy that. I beat up Sildana.
It's one would. This one should. Really.
So yeah, what do you guys do?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. I say we camp here.
You want to camp right here now?
Yeah, why not? We already killed everything.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's already a fire here. Why not?
Yeah, well, what's the odds of 2 wrongs being in the same spot, right?
Exactly. Lightning doesn't strike twice at the same pig. Mats.
Was that a saying?
No, it is not.
I was about to say, did he make that up?
Lightning does indeed strike at the same place twice.
that is indeed happened, but no,
But
no,
it's
wait.
a saying.
Oh,
I've used it before.
Wait, no. This is actually a time period. No one would actually know lightning strikes twice in the same spot.
I'm pretty sure people in medieval times may have witnessed lightning before.
They've witnessed lightning, but not like it shooting at the same spot twice.
That's why it's said lightning never strikes twice.
Even
in
though
the same
scientifically that's untrue. It has. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was correcting Matt.
Calling bullshit on the fact. I know, but I'm still saying calling bullshit. Basically, in that very common phrase, it's like
we don't, Matt. Shush. We don't care. You're Danish. Shut the fuck up. Your opinion immediately doesn't matter.
You guys decide to clean up the bodies. I assume you.
What?
I assume you dispose of the third one elsewhere.
No. Unsubscribe.
And you guys, do you reuse the tents?
Sure. Free tents, man.
I mean,
I
free
have my
tents.
own. I'll probably just put up my own.
Coward.
Yep. You guys
wanna
have
sleep with a dead
a full
Yeah, I get a private
rest. Before you have a full rest, Mads, can you please double check that your D&D Beyond profile is exactly the same as your Foundry, and I'll re-import you so that your new toughness fee is added to your character.
Yeah, just throw 'em in.
Great. I will do that, and then it will be okay. Bear with me while I do that.
I will bear.
So, as you guys go to bed, is there any, like, things you want to do? Anything you want to prepare? Anything you want to talk about? Or you guys are pretty beat?
I'm
tired.
pretty beat up. I'm not
Pretty
gonna lie to
tired.
you. I kind of just want to nap at this point.
I mean, you literally almost died, so yeah.
I literally
maybe.
died. Like,
Wait, you
Again.
literally died again.
you know, at this point, I'm more dead than Fevrant.
You'll
How-
see
how
these
the
little
hell-
alarms. You know how easy it is to break these? You just go, pow!
Okay,
they're broken.
I've got to ask, what dark lord do you worship that just brings you back from the dead this many times?
What, you envious?
Little?
By the way,
I mean, look what my god did to Fervorand.
I mean, yeah, they didn't even bring me back whole. What the?
Now,
He still
listen
looks
here, buddy.
Undead. He
If,
still is.
if you're gonna shit on the lady, then compare this. Do you have a shadow duplicate of yourself that you can interact with at your own convenience?
Do you even know what that is? Or why?
Now, while I can't
No.
talk to it, I still have a shadow body. Did you not see it last night?
He's got like multiple shadow buddies, technically.
I got 3 versions. What you got?
Listen, this is what my shadow buddy can do, and he's gonna give you a wedgie.
he does. You have full control over him.
Contested check.
Okay, what are you trying to contest to get a wedgie? I guess it'd be dexterity to try to duck out of the way.
Fucking avoid it. Yeah.
Alright.
Dude,
Give me a contested roll with dexterity versus dexterity, please.
just dexterity?
Sleight of hand versus dexterity. Use yours. Use your stats.
You know how to do this. You've done this.
I mean, the shadow has your stats, so. Alright, that's an 8.
I need to fucking reset the page.
I can't believe we got bullying live on this D&D.
It's a 12. I'll beat it. Hold on.
Well, you'll beat it with a 12,
You
will
say it, though. You say it. But we both know. We both
Is it just
know.
a saving throw? A saving throw?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
No way.
So, for those of you who don't know what they rolled, because it doesn't show, Fervrand rolled an 8, but he has a +4, so that's a 12. And then Bax doesn't have any pluses, and he rolled an 11. So,
Get
this,
wedgie, nerd.
the Shadow
Now,
Buddy
having a
gives
question
you
for
gives you a
God
bad
being
wedgie.
Why?
Your ass hurts. Your balls still hurt from that time that
Yep.
the Hydra was gripping it really hard. They're still not recovered. It's been a few days, but they're still sore. And this wedgie just makes it even worse. But you'll live.
With how hard the Hydra pulled on your balls, I'm surprised your voice didn't drop an octave.
Do you guys want to do anything else? Are you just go to bed? Are you gonna do any more shenanigans on me? Or...
I will go offended to bed.
Okay, so Bax goes offended to bed.
I
Saldana.
high five my shadow buddy and then go to bed.
Your shadow buddy snuggles next to you, the same position that you sleep in.
Damn. I got my own shadow kitten.
Unless you want a
Anyway, you
spoon.
wanted me to
He's
say
like,
whether or
he's
not
open.
it's the same.
He seems to be open to if you want a spoon. It's up to you.
Damn, I'll cuddle the fuck out of him. Show myself some love.
Are you big spoon, small spoon? Little spoon?
Facing each other, full frontal.
Okay,
Let's go.
yes. It's really weird because as your hand is like lying on it, it's like keeps dropping because it keeps going through him. Because his like corporealness is now disappearing.
It's fine.
But you feel his presence and it's very reassuring. Saldana.
Yes.
You were the only one who wasn't hurt here again. But you managed to off quite a few things with this, like, this power surging through you, this, like, holy conviction that you haven't felt since your first days in the Ranger Corps. How does Saldana sort of feel about this fight and what was going on?
What happened last time? You said there was some sort of magic I started feeling.
Yes,
That
because
felt
you rolled
much different when I...
Yeah, because I do like a little flavor for nat 20s, because I'm just...
But I
really
felt
cool.
something a bit different than I typically would have.
Yes,
It was not the lady.
you felt a resonation of, like... How to explain this? You know what? You could give me an Arcana check if you want.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I wanna
let's-
try and
let's-
see if I
Let's
can...
do some rolling and see if you can figure
I
this
wanna
out.
know, what did I feel?
Sorry, I'm just obsessed with these dice. I'm just looking at them as I'm sitting
Hold on,
here.
I'm gonna cast a spell real
So
quick.
cool. So cool.
I'm gonna cast guidance real quick, my
Click
cantrip.
clacks. I'm such a dice goblin.
That way I can get a little bit of a bonus.
Okay, you do whatever you want to do.
I'm doing what I do. It has a D4. That's okay. That's right. So, Arcana. Add situation bonus.
Oh, they're so
1
heavy.
D4. Oh. 18.
18. Not bad. You remember that back when you just joined the Holy Order, you recall the initiation ceremony for the Holy Order is when you're blessed by the lady and you get a initiate cleric feat, basically. For those technical people in chat, this is what you get. You get initiate cleric. And you felt the divine energy of the lady but then when you shot that arrow from your bow, you still felt it, but you also felt a different kind of magic, something older, but it wasn't clashing with your clerical energy. It was it was different, but it was a synergy was achieved. They worked together, kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was like and with an 18, you're not a wizard person. You're not very apt in magic. But you have a feeling that whatever this new thing, you look at your bow, you have a feeling it came from this bow. And as you look at it, you get a realization that maybe, the bow is elven in nature. It's from the Sea of Tlendraith. It's an elven relic. You've been told that this is like an old relic that you probably, after you don't need to use it anymore, return it back to the Duke of Falanel to keep it, as a relic. And you are like, okay, so new magic, probably from the bow, must be elven magic. I mean, this is kind of logic anybody would make. And when you think about it...
I feel like that's a pretty reasonable...
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable deduction, even for a non-magic person. And from the feel, because you're more of an instinctual person, from the feel that you got, you feel like the energy of the lady and the energy of the elven magic, while not exactly the same, is similar enough or synergetic enough to work together and not hinder each other, to like power each other up in a way. That's what you get with an 18. But yeah, you feel like it's not such a bad thing, but like it is new. It's different.
Okay, then. Well, she would be... She's kind of just perplexed by like that she's felt this, and it felt very right to her, was what surprises her. But she goes to sleep with that knowledge now.
Great. All of you guys get a long rest. Your wounds are healed. You're not dying anymore.
Do I get my
Broken
health
bones
back?
instantly
Yes.
mend
Because I think I
themselves.
lost like a bunch of my. I forgot how much I lost.
Oh
actually.
yeah. Because I think most of these that you got, because you got absorbed by the cloud, didn't you? Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot to fix that before.
Yeah. The thing is with the cloud, yeah, just make sure to get your max healths back to what it was. If you don't know, go on your D&D Beyonds that has your max health, because that's a different sort of, it's not affected by your foundry. Yes, so basically, it lasts until the target finishes long rest. Oh, finishes long rest. I guess it means like your max health comes back, but you don't get those hit points. Is that what it means?
Huh?
So the exact wording is, this reduction lasts until the target finishes a long rest. Does that mean when they finish a long rest, everything goes back to normal? Or they get a certain amount of hit points and then there's like but their max comes back to normal?
When
It's
they
just
long
after
rest,
a long rest.
like when they long rest, the health reduction is gone, and they also heal.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then make sure to get your health up to whatever it was before. I can give you the numbers if you're curious. Because I do have your character. So Bax's health is now at 42, I believe. Good boy.
Damn.
And
He's on par with me now.
yes.
Yeah, the toughness feat gave me like 10 health extra.
Yes. And I think it will keep giving you extra health every time you roll,
Yeah.
right?
It will, yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna surpass me next level.
Yep. And then
You're the new frontline. Have fun.
Fuck off.
considering Bax gets
That doesn't
targeted,
mean I'm
considering Bax gets targeted most of the time, it's not surprising. For Rand, your total health is 43. Ooh.
Yep.
She's
Okay.
saying that like she doesn't have a vendetta against me, which
And-
is why she gave me more health in the first place.
Okay, I'll take partial blame for that.
And
I'm not surprised if everyone has a vendetta against you, considering how much I'm turning them against you for being Danish.
You know,
It's like an ingrained hate.
You just taught us how to just hate the
yes,
Danes
I didn't even
so
know
much.
why, but now I'm joining in the bullying. And Sildana, your max health is 37.
I'm checking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It's 37.
Yeah, I put it up there because like I read it. So anyway, ooh, why do you have advantage on all of your skill checks?
Why do I?
Are you wearing something fancy? Oh yeah, you're still wearing the cat stuff on D&D
Oh,
Beyond.
fuck.
Yes, fine.
Yeah, no, but it's just on D&D Beyond. It's not on Foundry, I think. So you're fine. I'll just take it off of you.
Okay.
It's weird. It's the cat paws.
Yeah.
It's because I fucked up with the cat
I was
paws
trying to
a
like
little bit.
I think I was trying to remember everything that was like what I was supposed to be wearing
Yeah,
and
never mind.
what the stats did. That's why I had it on.
Okay, cool. I fixed it. It's fine. Anyway, sorry about these technical difficulties. But you guys wake up fully rejuvenated. In this camp, nothing happened to you at night. You guys are all fine. You guys are all Gucci. And yeah, your horses sort of grazed around. They completely ignored the whole vampire fight. They were like not giving a shit. So yeah.
Who cares
Like,
about
mean-
vampires when you have fucking delicious grass over here?
Yeah,
I mean,
the horses were
remember when
okay.
Uncle Jerry told us the grass is greener on the other side? Like, holy shit, the horse was right.
True.
Holy shit!
Okay, so you guys, I assume, pack your shit up. Do you take anything from the tents? Do you take anything from the bodies? The bush has stopped burning halfway through the night. You sort of isolated it on its own, so...
I mean, I assume they'll peg up the tents and now have tents.
If you want, you can keep the tents, and now you have 2 extra tents.
Thief.
I said you guys can. I'm using my own. I'm not a thief.
Oh, I love the
My
earrings,
hands are
by the way.
clean.
They're so cute.
I sleep in the wilds like a man, but I'm also stealing these tents like a thief.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you for
Fair
your
enough.
honesty.
All right,
it.
so
No
you
hesitation.
guys pack up and I assume carry on your journey. This is for you guys. This is, I will tell you which day exactly it is for you once I bring up one of my gajillion bazillion tabs.
Gajillion Bobillion?
It is May 9th.
Wait, what? No, hold on.
It is
That's not the right one.
summer.
Where the?
Almost sounded like you confused her, Gabe. I don't have May in my calendar.
Is it May 9th? Oh, that would be really convenient. And a coincidence.
Coinkadunk.
Quinkadink.
Coinkadink.
Okay, sorry guys, I've lost where my
Have you lost your mind?
No, I've lost the tab.
Lost your marbles?
I've lost the tab.
Yes.
Do Control Shift T and it should reopen.
Control Shift T.
T.
Yes, I accidentally closed it. Here we go. We're fine. It's just my DM notes were gone, which is kind of important for now. So right now you guys wake up and it's day 18. It is the 26th of Lipetz, if anyone gives a shit. But you guys got about 2 more days of full days of travel to get to Cloudforge. You're more than halfway through, and maybe like on day 3, halfway through the day, you'll get there if you're going at the same pace you have been going. So, as we always do, I don't know who wants to volunteer to roll a d12 for me.
Me.
Okay.
I want to do it.
Okay, whoever wants
okay.
to give me a
I
d20
vote-
a d12
I vote
roll,
Danny
but please give me a roll.
You just want Danny to
I did
roll
it.
because you know that I intentionally want to roll as low as possible for
Hold
the
on, what'd
most
you get?
dangerous result.
A 6.
Exactly.
You got the 6. Okay,
He rolls in the
I-
middle of the path.
Is it so terrible, Mads, that I want to roll a 1 and have a big fat dummy mummy dragon giantess come in here and step on me?
Ayo.
okay.
Honestly,
So
great.
as you guys are heading further down the sort of dirt path, you don't really see any other travelers. This is pretty deserted. As you go along the path is becoming less and less visible, and eventually it is almost gone altogether. You run into this sort of like bumpy area where you got these small like hills and mole holes where you have to be really careful where you step your horses. It's basically difficult terrain. I need you all to give me a animal handling check to make sure your horses listen to you, and you know your horse doesn't break an ankle dropping into a mole
Time to
hole.
handle this animal, baby. 17.
17. It's a group check, so low rolls got offset. Oh, y'all did pretty fucking well.
17.
You guys are okay. You are slowed down.
Come on, Danny. It's up to you. 17. Let's
By
go.
the way, Danny,
Come on,
just to
Danny,
double
come
check, because you're a ranger, check about your difficult terrain, and it doesn't apply to all of your friends or just you. Because, it's literally your
favorite terrain thing?
special thing, yeah. Just check if just look through your stuff as I'm saying this. But your horses don't get injured, in any case, whatever happens. Your horses seem
Seizures.
to be okay.
I'm trying to find difficult terrain. Difficult. Natural Explorer. You have favorite terrain type. Your preferency bonus is doubled to proficiency skills when you wisdom check, intelligence wisdom check while traveling for an hour or more. Your chosen terrain difficult. My chosen terrain is forest.
Okay,
So, yeah.
this is not exactly forest. This is more of like plains, like open grasslands. But
Then it doesn't count.
yeah, I'd say for you were mostly the grasslands are the natural habitat of the Empire of Ravinia. There's majority of grasslands. There's a few woods and few forests, like the one near Laudenborough. That was a forest. But grasslands are kind of native to Ravinia. You were mostly trained to deal with deep forests of Night Favisia. So forests and like swamps and very densely populated trees and roots. You've never had to deal with mole holes, like especially on horseback. It's a little bit. I'd say for this particular case, it wouldn't apply. I'm just reminding you of the skills you have, so you remember
I'm just gonna add guidance to it.
Yes, but even then, your horses are perfectly fine. But it does slow you guys, and you make half the progress what you were supposed to do. Because those sort of difficult terrain continues on for a very long way. So actually,
15.
the road is completely gone. Is just sort of like a bunch of hills, a bunch of difficult to traverse area, and if you turn back, you don't see the dirt path behind you after a day's travel, and you also do not see a path before you. So I need.
We're going to Isengard with this one.
Yes, I need one of you,
Where are
or
my hobbits?
you guys decide whether you do it as a group. I'll let you choose. You do it as a group, or one of you decides to lead the group to pick the correct direction as to where the path would be.
I would assume the ranger would be the survival expert.
Indeed. I would need you to roll me a survival check.
Are you ready for the nat one?
Daddy?
Oh boy.
Get
I'm gonna
like a
add
3,
the D.
please.
I'm gonna add a D4 to
You
that
can
one.
guide yourself, indeed. As long as you state it before you roll, you can do so.
Yes, I guided.
Good job.
Always. Oh shit. 13.
Ooh.
13. Yep. It still takes. So it takes you, as a because of the difficult terrain and because of the mole holes and because Sylfania, you're more used to the forest than you are to the grasslands. You do waste half a day, but you do find the road eventually. Sort of closer to nighttime, you end up getting out of this sort of untraversable area, and you do find like the dirt path, and you realize that actually the untraversable area was there for a bit, and then if you've changed course halfway through, basically if Sylfania rolled higher, you would have gotten onto the path earlier. So now that you got onto it, you can see where the path winds, and you're like, okay.
I see the path.
So, but yeah, you guys spend that day and go to bed, and everything is Gucci. Please take off 1 ration for each of you for this day.
Oh, I'm getting low on rations.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I don't use rations much, but only when we travel because it's relevant. So yeah, I mean, the fried griffin held you guys. You guys were fine for the fried griffin for a bit. Yeah, you were pretty Gucci.
This would be fucking died for like a hot second.
Oh no.
No, like I like disconnected and reconnected immediately, but it caught me off guard.
Okay. I'm just tracking how much you did. So you did a half day. So basically, you have from the 2 days that you had to travel, you now have 1 day and a half. So basically, you still technically have 2 days, and you will reach Cloudforge if nothing else bad, like any other delays happen at the end of the second day, at sort of closer to the evening, while you would have reached it midday before. Okay, so for the new day, who wants to roll me a d12?
Me.
Okay.
Since Gabe wants it so bad.
D12. Come on, bad result. 3!
Okay, I need you to tell me higher or lower.
Which is worse?
I'm not gonna tell you. Pick one.
Lower.
Lower.
Just for safety's sake, what would happen if I did it? I just want to. You know what? I'm glad you did.
You know what?
Can we use Matt's roll? He got a 1. Can we use his?
No.
I'm glad. We'll settle it.
Alright, so lower.
No!
Oh my god.
It's the same roll. Okay, as you guys are heading, traveling again, you guys end up seeing a sort of as you're going down the road again, you notice that the road has been grown over by really tall grass, and once again the path is just disappearing. It's getting frustrating with all of these goddamn delays. You remember the whole conversation you had with Selfie Valfir, the merchant in the quarry, who basically was trying to campaign for the government to, actually make a proper road between Cloudforge and Lodenbra, because it's getting ridiculous. The travel is so treacherous. And you can see what she means by it. It's quite annoying. So for this one, you won't need to give me a animal handling check or anything, but it's Sylfania. If you want as a ranger, you need to give me a survival check again to try to find your path once more.
I give myself guidance.
And hope to not waste any time as you do so.
1d4. Oh!
Nice!
26.
26. You are like, tall grass, fuck you. I was navigating trees before. This is easy. Through like I don't know how, through what kind of sorcery you do this, but you manage to weave the group around the very tall grass field, away from like hidden, again, like drips in the ground and the uneven terrain, to the point where it actually doesn't even slow you guys down. You guys are going as if you're on the road, so nothing really happens. You guys manage to pass through the day perfectly happily, a new day dawns, unless you guys want to chat.
Are you telling me that I did not get the bad result?
You got the slow down result, unless Saldana saves your ass. So, Saldana did save your ass, so here we go. Alright, so as you wake up...
I do have a question, actually.
Yes, go ahead.
Gabe, since your little shadow body has...
No, you cannot fuck it.
Sadly. But since it's been out and about a bit
right.
more, since you have made it... Well, it's not still, but it has been a lot materialized. Have I been able to identify it much more, and can I make a religion check to make sure to see if my god has made any progress?
Have you been whipping out your shadow buddy to hang with you?
No, really, I've been on a fucking horse.
During the evenings, not during the horse time, I assume.
I mean, he can come up whenever the fuck he wants to. I'm not gonna say no to that.
Hey, it just seems like, in general, he's been pretty
By religion check, do you wish to commune with your god, or do you wish to yourself try to figure out what's
How
up?
about you just ask him?
Are you
commune with my god to see... No, I mean, kinda. But, like, I essentially just want to know, because you said a while back that, like, the more I looked at him, the more my god would be able to somewhat identify what the fuck it is, kind of, what happened. I'm just asking, can I do a religion check to speak with him, and then see if that has any progress.
Okay, give me a religion check as you go to sleep.
I would like a counter argument. Your god has been too busy keeping your ass alive to do that.
Well, give me a religion check.
I mean, he's still watching my
god
eyes.
I would say your god is probably exhausted right now
18.
after bringing your ass back to life.
I gave it a DC of 18 in my head, so I was about to say it before you rolled, but yeah, you meets it, beats it.
Can I use my inspiration to give him disadvantage?
Is it from naming the episode? Is that why you have the inspiration?
Yeah.
Can you use inspiration
I will allow this.
I think it's luck, isn't it? That you can impose disadvantage onto foes. You can't use your inspiration
Why
to
would
impose
you allow
disadvantage,
this?
can you?
I will allow this.
Oh,
I will
okay.
just roll again.
Alright.
Yeah!
I failed.
Yeah, no. You sleep and you try to speak to your god, and the connection almost hits. You almost can hear like the wispy music of the like weird mist realm that you go to when you're communing with your god, and then you're yanked back in as you notice
like
the shadow.
Actually sabotaging our team here.
As you notice the shadow buddy, literally like a sleep demon, sitting on your belly and looking at you.
You get like, you try to call your god and you get like dial-up noises like, the caller could not be reached, please leave a voicemail, and then you like look up and the shadow guy just like presses the hang up button.
No, but the shadow buddy is just sitting on your bed, like, you know that I don't know, there's this painting of a little devil sitting on a sleeping woman that's like my shadow demon. Or like, no, my sleep paralysis demon, that's it.
Damn, girl,
So-
you some kinky shit.
Like
for real.
it's an actual art, okay, in a gallery. It's so as a
And
like
there's
a sleep
versions
paralysis
of them.
demon, it
Sleep
was
paralysis
perching on
demon.
your belly, and as you wake up, it doesn't really have a mouth, but it waves at you and does a weird like disjointed blink with both of its eyes, and then like disappears into the shadows.
Baby.
Fuck off. I just look straight up at it. Fuck off.
He shrugs and just like disappears into the mist.
Sinks into you.
Okay, so you guys have.
Dickens, keep him out of my tent.
Snore.
As you guys wake up in the morning,
Fire.
you guys are fully
will
rested
use it.
again. But you've been traveling for a while, so you guys are pretty exhausted. Oh yeah, mark down another ration, please. Each
Not
one of
this
you.
boy.
The horses are fine. There's a lot of grass for them to graze on. They're perfectly happy. This is the last day of your travel. You wake up knowing that by the end of today, if everything goes well, you'll be in Cloudforge. And now I need you to make last d12 roll. Whoever wants to do it. The final one.
Oh.
The ultimate one.
Well, I guess it's Matt this
that'll
time.
be me.
Yeah, he's the last one.
It's only fair. It's only fair. Yes!
Wow.
Okay, higher or lower?
1, baby.
Wow.
Lower? I don't
Lower.
know why I say lower, but...
Lower.
Lower than a 1.
Okay, you guys, by higher or lower it means you've already pulled off the 1, and so I'm basically going off, like, when I say higher, it's going to be higher than 1, so it's going to go the highest number that you haven't picked from 1. But if I say lower, it goes the other way, so the lowest number you haven't picked from 12.
So higher or lower means lower is better?
Imagine it like a clock, like an hour, like a circular clock. And if you picked 1, if you say higher than 1, it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m. or like the time, right? And if you say lower, it'll be 12, which is midday, 11, you know. It doesn't matter. There's I put randomly of good and bad. There isn't really higher number is good, lower number is bad. It's all random. And the point is, you know.
It's all
increasing
shit.
or decreasing the time by the amount we rolled.
No. I have different events happening on different 12 rolls that you do.
Can I just get my dummy mommy giant dragoness fucking monstrosity to
no.
step on me and board Danny?
No.
So
Maybe shit on that.
So you said lower than 1,
That's
right?
our list of priorities right there.
So you guys end up traveling. The road is getting much better, and you end up getting to Cloudforge. At the end of the evening, nothing really happens. It's a clear day, no combat, nothing going on, no other events. If you wanted to have something really fun, you should have went higher, but yeah, you didn't. So here we are.
Natalie, fucking perfect opportunity to have like a griffin swoops by and takes one of you away.
No, I'm
Perfect.
a fair person. I'm a fair person. But yeah, you guys end up getting to Cloudforge. It is evening though, so you guys are tired from your
Clownforge?
Cloudforge. It's
We're going to clown school.
you're going to cloud school. Honk. And
Honk.
as you're nearing the city, you can hear this sort of hub, and the sort of you can see sort of lights in this darkness of a vibrant city. And it's also near a river, so as you were going straight up from where you were before, like from Laudenborough, you were going parallel to Orphus River, and then you walked away from it to sort of go north. But then as you come back to it, you notice that there is... hold on, let me bring up the map. Just to make sure I got the geography of this right. Laudenborough... Yeah, jeez. There we go. Yeah, so as you're heading towards it, you notice that the Orphus River, you basically were following the Orphus River. You stepped away from it for a bit, but now you're back, and Cloudforge is also on it. As you're heading towards it, you're sort of coming from... I put the map up on the Twitch, but I'll post it on Discord so you guys get to see it. And with this map... Hold on. Let me just add it to you. Upload a file.
Did you know you can also play on Foundry?
Oh, really?
Yeah, put it in the journal.
Journal function's way too complicated for me. But yeah, oh, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Wrong one! Ignore that.
Wow. That's a dot map if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, no, I gave you the link I have to Asgard's fantasy map, which is where I build my maps. I find it's easy to sort of, for a person who doesn't build maps usually, to have nice sort of.
I'm just so autistic that I need to make my maps by hand because if I didn't do it, it's not right.
I think. Is this it?
No.
Shit.
I mean,
sorry.
worst case,
I
just
managed-
take a screenshot.
Yeah, I managed to find it. It's in map stuff. Okay, apologies. I have too many folders. That is my bane of my existence. Putting too many for too many. Here we
You
go.
don't categorize your folders.
So many
my
folders.
God.
Oh my god.
Here you go. So you are coming from north of the city, and you can hear and you can see the river sort of bend behind the city as you're getting close to it, and you see the lights and the hub of activity and people. And now that you're getting closer to the city, you see there's a lot more people. There's a lot more like odd housing, like near some fields with you see some workers. It's a pretty standard sort of view that you get of a Ravinian town, really. It's a little bit smaller than Lodinbra, but it looks almost as populated. There's quite a lot of people. They're about the same size.
An entire like cluster of buildings is like 60 meters. That's tight.
Yep, they're all very tight together.
I mean, they did build up back in the day.
Yep, they did build up, especially this city. Unlike a Lodinbra, where when you sort of enter it. Yeah. Oh, pardon. I'm trying to find the right the right soundtrack for this.
The correct soundtrack should be Pumped Up Kicks.
Yes, there we go. As you guys are heading towards it, you notice that unlike Lodinbra, which has this main cathedral on top of a hill, and then all of the buildings have been built from it down the hill, and they're sort of maximum 2-3 stories high, apart from the major district, which is full of towers. This area is all hodgepodge towers. You sometimes have like floors sticking out, like they were built after the building was built and they just added a floor somehow. Some of these like defy feats of engineering. But the one thing you do notice that is very curious actually is which you haven't seen before is when you get to Cloudforge, you're going from the Greenheart town direction, sort of. You're heading yeah, the map's a little bit wrong. Ignore the north pointing thing. But you're heading from the Greenheart town direction into the city. You as you're passing by, you notice there's a lot of like farming equipment, but also there's like the equipment looks weird. A lot of it is like you notice there's this one plow that is just going on its own. And Bax, you obviously are like, oh, magic, isn't it? But then you notice that the plow has these like strange crystals embedded in them, and they're glowing crystals that and the farmer is just going behind it and checking that it's working fine. There's a lot more sort of, you notice that it's not like regular peasants, they're using a lot more technologically advanced equipment. I don't know, none of you are farmers per se, so none of you know exactly what each sort of implement does regularly, but it does seem that overall the vibe of this agricultural area, it's a lot more organized. There's a lot less people doing manual labor and a lot more equipment doing the labor and a few people just overseeing it. And obviously a lot of like the fields are done in much like larger scale. So for one field, when you're going towards Cloudforge, you're passing for a full 25 minutes, you're just riding and it's just still the same field. You outside of Lodinbra, it's usually smaller fields for every kind of like farmer, so they and their family or the people they hire can do this sort of section on their own. But yeah, it's curious, it's interesting. It's a new thing you haven't seen before.
Is new tech, or like is it just exclusive to this town?
It seems like you've never seen this in. I mean, as I said before, none of you are farmers professionally, so I wouldn't say that you've seen this elsewhere. But the towns that you've been through on your way in your travels, you have not seen this sort of equipment. It's the first time.
I mean, if it's brand new equipment, then yeah, it's understandable. If it's not, then oh boy, the Empire is doing something wrong.
Mm. You do notice that as you're going past one sort of field almost nearing the city, there is this person who is like his plow that was supposed to be going on its own suddenly is like turns around and then starts wobbling in place, and the farmer is like steps back and looks at it weird and then like smacks it, and it is still wobbling, and he's like, oh, come on, you stupid, and then it kind of explodes a little bit.
With a newspaper.
Then it gets a little there's a little like hissing sound and a little like a controlled explosion, and then the plow just topples, and the farmer starts swearing, and he comes up and he like pulls the crystal out that's a little burning, and he's like kicks it, and then immediately like turns around and starts huffing and puffing back into his home to, you know, he's done for the day, it's not working. But you know, from going around, you notice that like a lot of this equipment is new, but no two are the same. There isn't really like everybody has this sort of self-using plow. Some plows are larger, some plows have 2 crystals, some plows have 1, some plows have 3.
Some plows have slaves.
Yes.
I mean, what?
But basically the whole idea is these are all prototypes. If you knew what a prototype was, you'd say it's a prototype.
Prototype.
Indeed.
Where?
So yeah, what do you guys do? You enter the city, and currently you're in Greenheart Town, which is just outside the city walls. There's a lot more sort of people living around, and there's a few shops that says plow repair, get your crystals here, you know, but they're all sort of setting up for the night, so they're all closing as you're getting towards the
I
town.
put my Inquisitor hat and get ready for a genocide.
Oh. Did you need to go? What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, Matt's died.
Bax needs to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Emergency. But yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I heard his uncle shit the bed.
Oh no. Joke.
But yeah, city's yours. What do you plan to do?
The city
Okay,
is ours. What do we do?
first off, where to sleep?
this city.
I built this city on rock and roll.
Yeah, you've never been to here before. None of you have ever been to Cloudgeforge. And
That's why I'm looking for a place to sleep.
how are you looking for it? What do you do?
I assume it has signs.
So the area you're in, there's a lot of signs like pointing to like the road towards the city, towards the Stormsoul Pass, which is, hold on. Yeah, it's basically, you notice the Stormsoul Pass is like, as you're entering the city, there's tons of towers and a lot of like, you feel it's a mage district. Like there's a lot of signs to like magic shops, alchemy shops. There's a lot of like brew potions here, equipment. Like it's as you're passing these streets, these are all like closed for the night. So obviously nobody's in there. Or in the process,
really
yeah, in the process of closing up. But you sort of figure out this district is mostly for workers. It's getting much quieter, and you notice there's an exodus of people away from this district towards.
So, from this entrance of the town, there's no sign that says like beds this way.
No, towns don't usually have beds this way sign. In Lodenbray, you just happened to get into the Lodenbray is on the repentance path. So it is used to having a lot of pilgrims going through it. Cloudgeforge is sort of its own little ecosystem. It only gets merchants passing through it who know where they're going, and very few like tourists end up here. People usually come here to work, study, and live there. Like they don't really.
Is there like a patrolling guard or something?
Yes, you are in luck. There is a guard patrolling. It is a I don't know if you've ever seen a turtle. It's a turtle guard in dressed in
Master Oogway.
Monkey.
Monkey.
So you notice here the turtle guard kind of is on their own, and they're sort of walking around.
Oh,
why is it
the
so
image.
tiny?
Whoa, tiny.
He's so small.
No, what?
So tiny. It's so tiny.
Oh my god, it's so
Like the
small.
baby,
It is tiny. I don't know why it's so tiny. Let me make it bigger.
It's just shy. It's a grower, not
There
a
you go.
shower. Like, come on, Danny.
There you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
I balanced it. You can see it. But yeah, it's basically
I
a
see he's uncircumcised.
it's a turtle where you can see like the shell is covered by sort of a hood, and the rest of the plate armor is sort of plastered in front. And this turtle is like walking around with a sword and sort of tied to to their belt, and they're looking around, checking out the people walking about. There isn't a partner, there isn't a second Garda. It's just them chilling in like an alley.
God, excuse me, God.
We both
please,
start doing like the
require
thing.
your assistance.
We both just start doing the thing like tourists do when they go to like England and they start messing with like the Queen's Guard.
So as you come up to this turtle person, they turn their head towards you slowly and like blink, and then look up at you and say, "Oh, hello there. Are you?"
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
Hello.
so terribly anxious. I just got in town and I forgot where the beds are, and I don't know where the inn is, and I'm so terrified.
sir.
My grandma here
Sir,
needs a rest, and if she
Calm
doesn't,
down. Calm down. Everything is fine. I'm going to help you. First of all, you don't usually live here. You're a traveler, is that right?
Yes, we're here about the merchantry.
About what? Sorry?
Well, you see, my grandma here really likes her new shoes, and I have to go here to buy the best new shoes, because the new shoes here are supposed to have a new pipe put out and cause a little smoke, but I thought I was shoes back at home, so we had to go here, but I don't know what the best are.
Give me... Is there a bullshit check? I don't know.
I don't know. What did you do for that?
Give me a deception check. With disadvantage. A shenanigans check, please.
11.
Shenanigans.
11. As you're making this voice, like this Garda nods, patiently waiting for you to finish. And as you finish, they say, "All right. How about I start by giving you my name, and then you can give me yours, and we can go from there. I am Private Rose. You can just call me Private Rose. What is your name and your companions?"
I'm
hello?
like wiping away tears.
Yeah.
Do you give your name, Daddy, or just wait for me?
I'm just gonna tell him my name. Hi, my name is Sildana Markuth.
Ah, Sildana Markuth. And
Yes.
your friend here, the Dragonborn, who is staring out into the distance like he just
Yes,
had
yes.
a brain
My
aneurysm?
Can you shut up?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, yes, we're new in town. We're looking for a place to stay. That's it.
Oh, you're looking
Yes.
directions to a local inn. I
Yes.
should have led with that, but of course,
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
show
I
you.
don't know why he does this all the time. I'm sorry.
Not at all. Okay, so I don't think you have a map of this city. Hold on a minute. And then this Private Rose spends a good 3 minutes rummaging through their bag, just looking through things. You notice that they're very kind of slow-paced kind of person. They pull out a spare map of the city, and they give it to you and say, "Usually I keep this, but I've been here a while, so I know the city well. You will have more use of this." And you get a city, the map of the city. And on said map, the private sort of points with her turtle claw, kind of, fingered claw. I don't know. I've never seen tortoises' the hands, but this one has claws. 'Cause fuck it, they have 5 fingers because they need to be able to hold swords, so they have fingers. Lore, yes. You notice that the basically majority of this town is actually like in like industrial and educational facilities. So there's a lot of like not companies, but like workshops where people develop new stuff. So this city is a kind of like Silicon Valley in a way, where they like it's like a congregation of everybody who develops alchemy based things. There's also like a magic school, but they work in conjunction with the alchemy shop. So this whole city is designed on like using alchemy, using non-magical elements to create magic-like, stuff. Again, it's a unique thing. You've never seen this in any other town, but you notice like there's notation, so like workshop of this person, workshop of that person, magic academy, and you realize that There is there's a clergy area with the archbishop, as is in every town in Ravinia, which is called the Mist Church Star. On your map, that's where the clerics reside. So if you want to find a temple, that's where kind of they chill. And you find that the Long Steps is where the residents live, like the locals live in the Long Steps region. There is the Mile of Shops, which is called the Great Mile. And Everbark Gate is another residential area, and as Rose is showing you through this area, she shows you the Everbark Gate, and she says, "Unfortunately, the inn is on the other side of town, but that one is pretty good. It's called the Brass Chalice. I would highly recommend you go there. It's very comfortable. We don't have too many inns to select from. We don't get that many travelers. Most people that come to Cloudforge already have a job or an educational position where the housing is provided. The merchants who come usually stay at the Merchants Guild, so tourists are uncommon. But
she's speaking like an automaton.
This inn is quite nice.
Who was that? Speak, demon!
Oh, hello.
Oh
my god, where is he?
My name is Private Ruse. What is your name?
I've introduced you as my pet lizard.
I am Bax.
Your camera is off, by the way.
I am aware.
Good.
He's putting on his bra.
Bax, okay, good. Very nice to meet all of you. I would take you there, but I'm and sort of she points around at an almost empty street by this point, in the middle of my post, so I can't go.
Well, is there anyone else available? I think we can just go, right?
I did give you the map, yes. The map has the location of the inn available to you.
They don't say it, but in their head they're thinking, "You fucking idiot."
You don't know what they're thinking. Their facial expression is absolutely neutral.
Well, they did give us the map.
They did?
Then he asked them, "Where is the location?"
Alright, so you guys have a map. You guys have a place to go called the Brass Chalice. You do have to go through the city, which is, unlike Laudenborough, where it was designed for tourists in mind and for people staying there temporarily, this place clearly is like we don't get many visitors around here in our old part of town. You have to work a little hard to get to the inn. So as you guys are going through the Storm Soul Pass, you notice that there's Magic Academy towers. Bax, you realize that it's looking exactly the same as Laudenborough in a way, if not more developed. Like, it feels like the Magic Academy here is a lot more spread out in conjunction with these workshop and blacksmithies and sort of alchemical places. As you head through the Great Mile, you pass through it briefly. You notice there's a one long road going through these big shops, and there's a full shopping gallery that's currently it's not even lit up, it's closed, but you realize during the day this is probably really busy. You
I didn't realize it was a turtle we were talking to until I turned on the stream.
You passed
That's why I was why does
just
it
processing it now.
you pass through the
fucking turtle.
Do you notice the foreskin on his head?
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
You know what? I'm gonna stop making fun. Stop making fun of it. You know what? No more pictures for you.
That's a little dickhead.
No more pictures for you. No more. No more pictures.
Not sure. Come on.
No more pictures for you.
I see that little dickhead.
Oh my god, it's massive.
Yes, I'm resizing the map.
Whoa! Look at that map, man. There's a huge
There you go.
map right there. God damn.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
goodness, it's beautiful.
No more picture for you. So yeah, you guys go through the Great Mile and then through the Long Steps, where you notice the Long Steps, it's like a rural area where everybody's at home now, setting up for dinner and going to bed. It's really quiet. And then you end up in the Everbark Gate, which is a little bit more rowdy. There's a few pubs here and there, a few restaurants, and then you find the big sign called the Brass Chalice. It's got this a brass chalice on the entryway. It is an inn.
Yeah, would have seen that one coming.
Yep. There seems to be some activity inside, so
Activity?
I assume you guys go in. As you guys go in,
go inside.
yeah, there is quite a bit of people in there. There's a young sort of human male man standing behind the bar, and you notice that he's currently wearing civilian clothes, but he's wearing the pin of the Holy Order on his
wearing a
sash. He's not wearing a corset. He is sort of cleaning the bar as there's a few people sitting around the bar area, but there's obviously the upstairs. He raises his head as he looks at you and nods and keeps cleaning.
Room 3.
Would that be 3 separate rooms or one room with a double bed and a second room? We don't do rooms for 3 unless
Which
it's
is cheaper.
children. I'd say 1 double room and then 1 single.
We'll take it.
All right. That would be
All right.
that would be 15 silver for the room for the night for the double and 10 for the single.
Hang on. So I got 67. There we go. I have 5 silver. Right, I pay the man.
Great, you pay the man. He goes. He sort of. You notice as he starts walking, he limps a little bit, and he walks back to the back of the bar, and he pulls out a little box with keys, and he puts it down, plops 2 on the table, and you notice that comparing to how Eris's establishment is run, this is nowhere near as organized. This just seems like a regular sort of fantasy. This is a pub, and we do give rooms up there for some people who need them. This isn't really a common thing we do here. Sorry, you were about to say something.
Is it a limping because he's missing a leg, or because he took it too hard up the ass?
Give me a perception check.
Oh my
And
god.
are you trying to take a look, or are you doing it stealthily?
I'm not lifting up his skirt and sniffing his asshole.
Are you
I'm
trying to
just
be stealthy about
glancing.
looking down?
I mean, no, I'm glancing down. If he sees, I don't care if he
Okay,
sees.
give me a perception check to try to sort of
24.
gauge. Or actually, no, medicine check. Sorry. You're trying to. You are trying to figure out the cause of his limping. Pretty good.
19.
You, as an expert military, you notice that he has taken a sword to the thigh and a sword to the calf, and because of that, his.
That's what the fuck. What are you ordering? Fucking
That's
KFC?
good. As you're you notice that. You don't notice that there is that there are cuts on his leg because of course he's wearing clothes, but you do notice that his limp is because the scars that knit it incorrectly and it's sort of pulling on a muscle. So basically he has sustained some sort of war damage, and you assume he used to be a part of the Holy Order and the regalia, the sigil of the order on his lapel.
Matt, show the audience. Go on.
What?
I told Matt to show the audience.
Oh, he did. He showed them the chicken.
Yeah, but he has to keep showing it.
No, it's fine. Let him eat. Anyway, stop harassing Mads for 5 seconds and pay attention.
No.
But yeah, so you come up to you look down and you realize that this person is probably a soldier that got either retired or he's not really young looking. Actually no, he is young looking, but for a human,
It's a young man.
Yeah, I say young, but he's in his late 20s, early
old?
30s.
He's in his 30s?
Early 30s, yeah. He's not middle-aged yet.
Do we have a picture?
No, we don't.
So he was a brand spanking new recruit when I was in the army.
I would say yeah, probably. He would, he still wasn't in the army when you were there. It's been 20 years. He was 13 or 14. I'd say he would have joined up after you've died.
If you're going by medieval standards, then he's an adult at 15.
Well, that's why I said he's a young adult. He's in his 30s. But again, humans here live a lot longer because of magic and all that shebang,
Magic. I take I take the keys. I hand Sildana the double bedroom key, and I say, "You're shacking up with Bax," and then I leave to the other room.
I'm checking up on what? What now? What?
I'm already gone. I left for the single bed.
He said you're shacking up with me.
I thought you said checking up on you. I was like, what?
So yeah, you guys head
No, I
upstairs.
don't imagine you want to shack. Just.
I mean, unless the offer's on the table.
Oh, look, don't sexual harass me,
Nah, he's
goddammit.
been a long time on the road. See, your son ignores you already. How about another
Hey,
one?
I was, we've been together for a while now.
Listen,
And
Danny.
I've been looking for you behind for a good while.
Just because you failed with one son, I can give you another second try.
Danny, if you've been paying attention to the internet, a lot of it is chanting hags nowadays.
Why?
Oh yes, everybody's like hags.
Why is everybody
nowadays.
saying
Anyway.
hags? Why?
Because they want to fuck older women.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, hey, I'm not judging.
Hey, good to know. But anyway, you guys go up. Good to know, internet. You guys go up to your bedrooms. They're pretty simple. There's not much to them. It's unlike the deep pillow trove in sort of deep pillow inn where you used to sleep. They don't have like puffy beds. It's just like standard straw mattress. But they do have it's clean. It's covered from rain. They don't have an in-house bathtub and a fireplace. It's kind of like
it's warm.
It's warm because of the way the buildings are close to each other. It's not warm because it's been heated. The bed is a little cold as you get into it, but you warm it up. Like it's as good as it's probably gonna get. It's an inn.
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's alright.
You'll live.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm basically sleeping in Bax's room. Okay.
Yep.
I like how you just call it my room, but I agree with the statement.
So yeah, as you guys come in, there are like 2 single beds on there, they're like sort of. There's a little bit of space in between, but the rooms are very close knit. If you ever stayed at a 2-star hotel, that's kind of what this feels like.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
I know that feeling.
It's like that's the thing. It's not squalor, but it's not comfy. It's somewhere in between. It's clean.
I stayed in a Danish prison once that was renovated into a hotel, and it was fucking garbage.
What, for real?
Yeah, when we went to the Danish meetup in Denmark, back when I stayed in a renovated Danish prison in like an old town, and it was fucking garbage. I slept in like the equivalent of a storage shed. They
Woof.
overcharged that like fucking Christ. They're like, oh, free breakfast. Here's some boiled pasta with sausages. It's like, okay.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Oh, like
Yeah,
you say you're
I
welcome
really-
like it was you that did that every time.
I really got the prison life for real.
As yeah.
I had the hotel for like 5 days
So-
and stayed there twice. And the rest of the time I just instead opted to pass out on Casper's floor.
So I would.
Do you guys want to chat before you go to bed? I mean, you just had a very long trip.
Max, you let me know if you need a tactical reload, son.
I would say I would look to Bax and I would ask him. So, we both know you worship a different god. I'm just curious. How do you have how is your connection?
How is my connection?
Yeah.
Connection, what do you mean specifically? Just on a personal level, or just...
How are you able to contact them if you wanted to?
How about, since this is rather hush-hush topic,
You
how
know,
about you share me something very important about your past, and I share something, and I share that. Because
okay.
if you want this to be an open gateway, it has to go both ways, man.
I will explain to you also probably why I'm asking this now, I guess. Back at that last battle we had, I was feeling a different connection. towards some other magical force. It was not the lady. I don't know how to conjure it, though, so I was wondering if I could get advice from you.
Did it feel innate, foreign, or given?
It felt natural.
Natural.
Yes. I believe maybe it had something to do with the elven magic that I was getting from the bow.
Well, you know, I'm not sure if this means you have a very special connection as per what my situation is, or a standard scholar. I imagine yours is similar to what I've heard. Some rangers are able to do magic, which they feel very close, similar to druids in a way, close to the wilds, and are able to somehow propagate that magic through it. I assume the bow might have awakened that latent potential in you. That could be why, honestly.
Okay.
So
Maybe.
it's not as per se a foreign god has suddenly claimed ownership of your soul. I don't think you have to worry about that.
Okay.
I think it's just your actual, in the most complimentary way of saying it, your own skill and capacity awakening a more latent aspect of yourself that you didn't know until now.
Maybe.
So I would say, do not fear this power. Go into it. Lean into it, honestly. Because it is not foreign, it's not dark, it's not from the hells, it's not from any other realm, it's from the wild. It's the earth, the plane we are in. It is no less magic than what the divine might do in her own plane.
Okay.
That's just magic. So you don't have to worry about it. It's not a deal.
No. I didn't think I had to worry about it. It's more just like, I'm not sure how to conjure it again if I had to.
Okay.
I guess I'll just have to practice, maybe.
I may suggest the Druidic Arts Volume 1. Just literally the first volume. It is in the library over at the.
It might be like
college.
heathen text or something. I don't know.
No, druids. That's the thing as well. It's a little bit interesting. While other deities were banned, so celestial magic of any other kind or divine magic is looked down upon. You're basically called a heretic. Necromancy definitely is called it's heresy. There's all sorts of other heretical things. Druids don't really worship any gods. They interact with nature. And so, because that doesn't, you can be a druid and worship the lady. You can do both, and without sort of overstepping the rules of the lady. So it's pretty much allowed. Yeah, you can find a lot of druids. There's very few, there's a lot of, this Sea of Dlendraith is full of, elves generally are very in tune with the, magic of Esthara and with the natural life of Esthara, as well as the Feywild.
Yeah.
But even then, Esthara isn't where they came from. They came from the Feywild. And you find a lot of druids there. You do find an occasional druid here and there, but druids usually don't like cities and very, closed-in buildings. Yeah, so obviously, because the Ravidian Empire is very much about centralized cities and then a long path of wilderness, you may find a druid in the wilderness, but you won't find one in a city. But it's not outlawed, is all I'm saying. You could find a book about it. Even if it's just honestly, you can find a book about other gods, but it would be the heretical beliefs of the nations before us. But they do have
would kind of be some propaganda in there.
There would be, but you notice that there's a whole college of studying culture and religion before the Empire, where they collate ancient documents and keep them. They don't distribute this knowledge to everybody in the Ravidian Empire. Not everybody needs to know it, but the scholars write theses about ancient gods and why people believed in them and what it was, because it is history. So
Sylfania.
Yes.
May I attempt something?
No way.
Okay.
I will attempt. Can you give me your hand? Try to remember that feeling.
Okay.
Because
like,
I have my
close your
own little
eyes.
hand and touched around the weave and stuff. If you focus on that and attune to that feeling, I may be able to let it flow more smoothly for you because I'm much more experienced with magic, so I may well guide the weave slightly better within you. It's not heresy. It's just literally magic.
A lot of Baldur's Gate. Too much Baldur's Gate in my fucking.
So, if
hey,
you would allow me to try, and I hold up my hand.
Okay. I give you my hand, and she
Okay,
tries
and
to
I
close her
put my own
eyes.
I put my own hand on it, and then I try to like kind of like feel the weave in her hand and like try to force it into maybe a magic spell. I don't know. Do you have any ranger spells secretly, like healing
Ranger
touch or
spells?
something?
I got the good berry. I got Hunter's Mark.
Should we just say hypothetically I make you cast healing touch or something?
I
that
don't
fair?
have healing touch.
No, but just like pushes it out somehow. It's not like it forces you to learn it, anything like that. It's just like kind of like it comes out like that.
How about
Maybe.
I pitch in here to help out?
Yeah.
Magic. It's up to you. I was asking that. For
Give
you,
me.
Natalie,
This is going to be a DC 20 Arcana check.
Okay.
You're not an
I will
expert.
use-
No, Bax. You're not an expert in this. You're trying to draw out some magic from Sylfania.
I'm proficient.
Yes, but I mean, like,
cast-
you haven't done this often. You don't need to cast anything,
never
Sylfania. You don't need to cast anything.
I was about to say, can I cast guidance on me or something?
You
Or
can
do I
cast
need-
guidance on Bax, but the guidance comes from your cleric feat, so it's like the energy of the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would give Bax guidance, basically.
There you go.
to
You
help
got
me.
plus D4.
A D4.
Give me an Arcana check. It's a DC 20 to do this.
Because of my particular subclass, may I get advantage on it? Because it is from the Fey Wilds I draw this power.
Ooh, hold up. Let me check. What exactly? Can you read to me the thing about your subclass? Or send it to me, like the specific wording. Hold on. I can open your character sheet. Is it in your traits?
Look into the character sheet here for a minute here.
Is it in traits?
He's kinda...
It is the Archfey.
Yeah.
I don't think it says anything specific about it. But it's like in generally from the expanded list that
it's still D20. It's still D20. DC 20. You don't get advantage.
No advantage, even though. Anyway.
Nope.
Oh, well.
You have no idea what kind of magic she's got. Just from her telling you, that's not enough. You're trying to pull out some sort of information. It's DC 20.
Where is the bugger? Oh, okay. Plus 1d4. Bonk.
Oh, damn.
12. As you're sort of trying to attune to Sylfania's magic that is not the lady's magic, which is a bit distracting because she just cast the spell from the divine Miroslava's energy on you, and that is really interfering with your reading. But you do manage to find a similar kind of spark of like what Sylfania told you, the Feywild thing. But I don't know, could be because she's half elf, could be because she's a ranger and she's been around the woods a lot. It could be the bow. Could be many things. But you basically confirm what Sylfania's saying. It is the energy of some sort of elven magic kind of thing. You don't know if it's divine. You don't know if it's natural magic. But you can kind of deduce it probably has to do if she's a half-elf, and the fact that, if you use this bow, it would just be a bow. But because she's a half-elf, when she uses it, it's like there's a weird attunement going on, That's as much as you can get with a 12.
Well, I may be able to add more tries throughout different ways to draw out more of your latent potential like this. Since I've never really done this before, I haven't been fully able to draw out the potential as I
We can try again another night.
But it does seem your heritage, your race, is kind of helpful in.
Also, I've noticed on the way, you've been trying to really study Ferrend as well, it seems.
The particulars of his shadow, yes.
What were you able to gather from that?
I must admit, I have no conclusion.
Hmm.
I'm still investigating. It is.
It's just.
I have as much guess as you do, based on what we've heard. It is some sort of different.
Because it's meant to be.
Maybe so. I don't know.
If he was brought back by the lady, it should be like a divine, but it doesn't seem that way, and not on the outside at least.
I must be honest. I am not fully sure what drive the divine's power. I'm not sure, because as far as I know, I'm not sure if this is what you have as well, Natalie. But do you also have it so the gods that are gods have a domain?
As in, they live somewhere?
Yes, they have like a domain of law, domain of light, domain of whatever.
Yep, a lot of gods sort of, they are grouped, like, again, you don't really know much apart from, you only know as much as the Revidian Empire information gave you, and you know your god doesn't exist on Esthara, so he is elsewhere. But I would say, I suppose through perusing some libraries, just give me a history check, see if you potentially have come upon this. Just to see if you know this, you know. It's unlikely you would have found this information, but you could have.
What to say, look, maybe it was really deep.
9.
Really.
9.
It was so close to being fucking 18 to 23.
I mean, you did read, like, there were other gods, but they haven't responded in centuries, so they clearly must be gone, or dead, or, I don't know.
So I just really want to say, like, I'm not sure if her domain is only light. Which I wouldn't know, like, is that an inaccurate statement for me to say?
Ooh.
Ferrand is in a different room, you're lucky, motherfucker. But yeah, Soldana, he just blasphemed right in front of your fucking face right now.
He what?
He just blasphemed. He just said that the lady's domain isn't all light.
No, I did. That's not what I said. I said I'm not sure if
yeah.
that is all that is in her domain, or that's the only thing in her domain.
You take it as you would take it, Soldana. It's up to you. What would your character take this as?
I would. She would kind of just be kind of confused thinking about all of this. She's just kind of like she's feeling like another magic that is somehow like a little bit more natural.
It's more natural to you, yeah.
Yes, and I guess like just thinking about like has she like she's starting to wonder if has like a connection or if she's like lost it, and if it has anything to do with the divine from the lady. She's just kind of wondering. She's in a very questionable. She's questioning things because she's clearly spending time with like a heretic, but has helped us out a lot. Fervorand does not seem like, even though he's just himself, he's just the same. Acting wise, his appearance and the shadow, everything that feels weird to her.
You gonna snack on that spider, Gabe?
He's snacking on it.
Yep.
No,
looks yummy.
I kind of just did this to let you guys have fun. In the meantime, while I wait, I'm just gonna do
I know.
miscellaneous work that I've been.
That's perfectly fine. I'll get back to you after we're done with this scene, though. So just so you're aware. Just keep an ear out. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but that's pretty much just she's just very questioning of like everything right now.
Fair enough. She would be, yeah.
I understand you're probably very confused about this, but I mean, you can ask me anything about magic, really. I can help as much as I possibly can. I'm
Yeah.
proficient in it. So if you want to do nightly sessions with the magic thing, try to see. That sounds wrong when I said it like that, but with but you know what I mean. With the latent power that you seem to have kind of got, I can try to see what I can do. I
right.
promise you, it won't be heresy.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think I care anymore.
You just hear from the different room. FBI, open up!
FBI!
Opens the door of some other heretic, and you're like,
okay. What the fuck did you just say?
Uh-huh.
You just hear him running up the stairs. Anyway, like a very disappointed dad. Anyway, so, but honestly, I'll do what I can. Is there any other questions you have about this?
I
can try to.
Not really.
Okay.
I understand you wish to keep your secret of your god, and honestly, I think you have every right to. I think at this point, just to keep your secrets, and I'll help you with that.
I do want you to know that, like, I am on the side of good here. I am trying to.
I can tell you are, because you actually are helping.
But when
You could have just ignored everything. Even through dying, you still get back up and you still continue on this journey with us.
Yeah. You know, a lesser man may have given up after his first death.
Why are you still doing this? You could have left.
There's no leaving from me anymore.
Hmm.
There isn't. At this point, I am 120% involved. And irregardless...
I feel as though...
Like,
if you didn't, and Fervent had found out that you were worshipping another god, I don't know if he would have, like, been as kind as he has been, I guess. I don't know the best way to describe it.
We are, in some ways, on the same spectrum, and in some others, on the complete opposite one. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. He seems the kind to try to utilize the resources he has at hand when he's in a desperate situation.
He seems to put himself in that desperate situation sometimes.
I feel like he's a little bit of a masochist. I don't know.
It bothers me so much that he goes head first into all of these things. He never tries to stay back, tries to figure out the situation. He just wants to go in and just do it. And I feel as though it might come to harm us, and that is very dodgy judgment. Just to always be... Yes, you want to act quickly. There are times for that, but there are also times you don't want to do that, and it frustrates me.
I must admit, even I have kind of given up mentally whenever that stuff happens. I'm just kind of
I don't like that.
Putting up the gloves.
I feel as I'm afraid that might get us in trouble.
It already
more
has.
than we already have.
It's kind of dangerous to think it's normal, because that just makes it normalized, and that's kind of... Then we expect it, and when it happens, we're just gonna be like, yeah, okay. Anyway, regardless of that, we might have to talk to him eventually about it.
And eventually. Anyways, let's just go to
For
sleep.
your question.
Yes.
The first one you asked me. It happens when I dream.
Okay. Well, have some good dreams then.
I hope. But yeah, I think I'll go to bed now. It's been a long day.
Yes. And she'll basically just kind of like roll up in the bed and just like, we just go to sleep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fervorand, as you head over to your
He was
room,
listening in on the entire time.
Yes. As you head over to your room, you notice Sildana and Bax walk over to a different room. How do you spend your time before bed?
I'm going to use this opportunity to try and commune with my little shadow buddy, see if there's anything new he's developed, any new insights he has for me, because the last time he could actually speak, he had a lot of things to say.
That's very true.
And I want to see if there's anything more he wants to add to that.
Think what kind of check that would be.
Uh,
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
The wisdom.
The wisdom diving door. Let it go. The diving door. At 6.
As you're trying to talk to your little shadow buddy, he's got the second eye and he's been using them, but he still lacks a mouth or any kind of facial expressions or eyebrows or, anything else. He's hard to communicate with. He's trying to communicate like miming kind of stuff, but you wouldn't have the same level of sophisticated conversation as you did with him when you were inside the mirror.
That's fair.
So you realize it's a futile sort of, until he manages to get a mouth, it's futile to try to talk to him.
Well,
we could attempt, but
I mean, I already tried and it didn't really seem to work. In that case, I'm going to do a little self introspection and see if I can look deep within myself and figure out what sources that keep me going. Because I mean, yeah, sure, I was resurrected, but that clearly didn't go off as planned. And I now have a little shadow entity coming around with me. And I don't know if it's a part of me or if it's a demon host or whatever.
So, you're doing introspection. What are you... Okay, so you're trying to meditate in a way. To try to see.
I'm feeling inner energies.
Okay, so you're not trying to reach out. You're trying to reach within. Okay,
yeah.
Give me a DC 20... religion check.
Religion. That's my worst fucking trait. 21.
Ooh, I did say
Damn,
DC 20. You did well. As you're reaching deep, deep within, all the noises around you disappear. And basically, it is complete silence as you're tuning out everything and you're just introspectively diving into your own sense of self. You're circling your ki around your body. You do what monks do, monk shit. And at some point, whenever you reach your heart or like the center of your chest where your life force, you can feel this is like the pumping, energetical center of your life force in your like solar plexus that is spreading all of your ki around your body. You sort of delve within, and it feels like flying through space, because there's no sound, no movement, nothing. And then you don't really see very clearly, but you get flashes of images. No sound, just complete, Am
I getting Clockwork Orange?
Maybe, we'll see. So as you're falling through space, around you is just nothingness and darkness, and it's not scary, it's like calming, because you're within yourself. But then there's like these quick flashes of images that you almost miss as you look at them. So actually, I would need you to give me a perception check, and we'll see, depending on how high is how many details you get to see of these quick...
Perception... Damn, 10.
10.
That's a terrible roll. This is what I consider save my inspiration for, but I like what I used it for anyway.
Yes, so nobody has inspirations now. So as you're falling through and these images flash, one of them is of the Night Favician sort of cultist area where you were cosplaying as a cultist and figuring out things. You know, you were undercover, and
it's cultist chan.
One of them is during that one time where you overheard the head Bumblebee talking to someone in the altar room. You didn't see what was going on, or so you thought. In this image, before you remember, you were behind the door and kind of listening in because you couldn't, risk going inside. But at this point, the door is wide open and you can see the cultist Bumblebee with the mask and then sort of the cloak, conversing with a crystal ball full of red fire. And in that fire, did you roll a 9 or a 10, did you say?
10.
10. It's roiling. You can't really see. You see pieces of a face, maybe like an eye, a yellow eye, but that's about it. Like one eye. You don't really get any features from it. And then this image quickly goes away, and then the next thing you see as you're falling through is the moment where you got captured after giving Sildana the book and kicking her forward on the bog by the cultists as they dragged you back into the dilapidated cathedral and sort of, just plopped you on that same altar trying to sacrifice you to their evil god after torturing you for hours. You thought you were out. You thought you were, like, barely conscious by that point. But you remember Bumblebee chanting these really sort of creepy... You speak Infernal, right? Or do you just read Infernal?
I speak it. It is one of my languages.
Okay. So with a perception check of 9, or was it 10? It doesn't matter. It was mid perception check. I'd say. Yeah, you hear offer you flesh, bone, bring power. Like he's chanting, but you can only recognize these words. And then you see a dagger poised above your chest. And as the dagger raises and it stabs, the image goes away. And then the next image you see is the moment you got resurrected. And for this one, I need you to give me another perception check, a special perception check.
A special perception.
This one is DC 20.
Well, it's a good thing I got 21.
Hot damn. Okay, This one, you've missed the first two because you were injured and kind of dying. This and the first one, for some reason, the door was open. Like, you shouldn't be able to see it, but somehow you did. And at this point, you realize that the moment, like, the goddess's, or the divine Miroslava's hand came off away from your chest after resurrecting you, you can see the light of her hand. But then when you woke up, you only saw her face, and then you got up, right? But in this fake image, introspective image, as her hand is being pulled off, you look down, and you can see your chest. It's got a similar sort of roiling, fiery, red mist that was inside the crystal ball. For a split second, as her hand pulls off...
Host, God damn it.
Sorry?
I'm a demon host, god damn it.
So as her hand pulls off, you notice that this energy sort of pushes her hand away, and at this point, the image plays the same way as you remember when you were resurrected, as she gets pushed back and get caught by her Knight Commander, and, that whole scene of her talking to you, sort of she looks back at you and says, "It is wrong. It didn't work how it was supposed to. I don't know why." And then the image goes away again. And these are the introspective images you get, and at that point you're falling too far and you need to pull yourself back because your consciousness is collapsing.
I'm close to becoming a mindless fucking undead baby.
Let's go.
So what do you do?
I pull myself back into reality.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa.
You're quite deep in.
Maybe this shadow fucking took over.
No, you're fine.
21.
You're fine. You pull yourself
21.
out of this.
21?
You pull yourself out of this. This is 3 21s. What is going on? You should play blackjack.
Ooh.
Ooh. Anyway, you pull yourself out, and there are a few new, some old realizations, but...
I conjure forth my shadow self.
Yeah, the shadow buddy sits cross-legged on the bed next to you, looking at you like a dog, like...
Are you a demon? Then why do I have hellfire within me?
And you see that he realizes and understands what you're saying. And he was, like, doing this, like, how do I explain this? And he is attempting to use, again, signs to explain to you what he knows. Now, this is a complicated concept again, so I need you...
I can bring him a pen and paper.
He can just write.
Okay, you give him a pen and paper, and he's trying to hold the pen, but he holds it, like, you know, like poltergeists in Supernatural. He holds it for a second and it goes away.
Difficult.
And he's attempting to write, and he's getting frustrated.
I hold it with him. I let him guide me like a Ouija board.
Okay, this is gonna take all night if you're planning to do this.
I mean, he has all night.
As the shadow buddy sort of tries to write, you know, because writing is all jagged and wonky. But when you end up after a whole night of, like, by the end of it, the shadow buddy's really exhausted. He's like sighing, because, you know, it takes a lot of concentration of him to actually materialize. He is a shadow buddy. So from the writing, you notice that it's like in broken sentences, because he's been trying to say it really shortly. And most of it is as follows. Not demon. The other. You came back because the lady brought you back. But things went wrong because of what they did to you.
You're divine being?
He kind of like puffs his chest a little bit, struts it, and says, nods his head, and then points, then uses his hand again to do this, and it says, "No, I'm you."
Well, I'm gonna take your word for it because I have no semblance of distrust in you.
Then he...
And I don't say this sarcastically.
Yeah, the shadow buddy, like, pretend hugs you as much as he can. And then he tries to, like, grab... Because he likes this idea of you writing using his hand, because he's, like, can communicate with you now. And as he puts it down, he says, lady brought you back, comma, yes. But she is hiding things.
Oh.
Do you know what she's hiding?
And then there is this, like, he's, like, doing this little cheeky thing. And then you notice that the more he does this, the more he gets used to communicating with you like this. And it says, let's just say, if she was a real god, you would be back alive. Dot.
Oh, that's heretical! That's blasphemy as fuck.
And then he just, after you're done writing this, he, like, sighs and then shrugs.
I did not doubt this from the moment her archbishop went corrupt and our resurrection failed. I had my doubts of her being a full divine. But if you think of it this way, out of all the gods and all the worlds and all the stories, etc., have any of them shown as much care for the mortal beings as she has?
And he sort of reaches his hand to, like, try to write again. If you let him.
Yeah.
He says, fair point. But there are more things in the world than mortals. And they matter too. And then he starts writing again, and you notice, like, now this is reaching the end of the night at this point, because it's been taking you so long to have this conversation, unfortunately.
We're writing slowly.
Yeah, oh, very, very. And he has to go over sometimes if the letter turns wrong, and he has to, like, try to, like, help you out. Like, it's a lot of work. But the final thing that he writes is, too many words, but last few. We are special. And then he underlines special like 5 times. And points at it with his finger. And points at you.
You're the opposite of a demon, but you are me. Are we a divine being?
Shakes his head.
I don't know what we are. But, well, okay, that's not true. I do know that we're a couple of fun pals. That's for sure.
You're the mainest of the dice.
Well, hopefully more answers to come.
And then then he's like already tired, the sun is coming up. He takes up your hand exhaustedly and then writes, just wait. I'll give you the exact date because he gives you a number. And he writes...
Just wait 7 days.
No, he says, just wait, and then he writes...
7 days.
He writes 5-9. And then writes days. From rebirth, we can speak.
59 days from rebirth.
So to give you the context, your current a few days ago,
resurrection.
A few days ago, it was when he got his 2 eyes. It was day 38. So you've been reborn about a month.
Okay. So I got about approximately 20 days.
And at this point, the shadow body actually, you notice, starts like fading away and dissipating, and then you notice like last thing he writes is tired.
Go rest.
Yeah,
go rest.
and then he's gone. And you're fine, but you don't have the use of your shadow buddy for at least a day.
Yep.
Just so you're aware. You've exhausted him.
In that case, I can no longer do Flurry of Blows.
Why not?
Because that's my shadow buddy's gimmick.
Alright, fair enough. If you want to give yourself a penalty, I'll take it. Let's go. Alright. Usually Shadow Buddy was basically just like an extra, like that time, because he absorbed the shadow, he was capable of pulling punches. Usually Shadow Buddy cannot really touch anything. He's a poltergeist.
Oh.
He doesn't, he's just there for you. He is like a poltergeist. He can sometimes touch things, maybe bring you small objects when it's concentrating really hard, but throwing punches is only something it did because it consumed a shadow. And it gained physical.
I thought I was using him to like conjuring for like a split second to throw a punch in my stead.
If that's how you want to, then we can do it that way. I personally thought he was just like a flavor.
Oh no, I told you I based this character of Noob Saibot.
I have no idea what that is.
It's from Mortal Kombat. He's
okay,
a
fine,
guy that has
fine. You know what? Let's not argue this.
It,
if you want to nerf yourself. You can't use Flurry of Blows for a day. There you go. Why are we arguing?
I'm not. I was just telling you.
I was telling you who Noob Saibot.
Yeah. No, but I mean, why are we arguing about this? If you, do whatever you want, man. Sure. But yeah, your shadow buddy is too exhausted to perform any kind of assistance to you today. You guys wake up after these revelations, fucking with Sildana and Ferbrand. I did not know you guys were gonna roll so well, so good job. Lots of lore dumping, and it
can
is.
We do after this long rest? Can we do like a break?
Yes, I was about to just say you guys go take a long rest, and we're gonna go to have a quick break for drinks, whatever, etc.
Long rest. I take a long piss. Let's go.
All right, we'll see you guys in a bit. I'll put some break music on, and don't go anywhere. Get yourself a drink, and we'll see you in about 5 minutes. Bye bye.
Whoa.
And we're back! Hello, everyone! Hope you had a lovely break. We've had a...
I took a...
You took a shit?
I got cookies.
Oh, okay. We are
Yeah,
so back.
No.
Indeed.
Look, I have cookies.
We
Oh
are
my
so
fucking
back.
god.
Okay, you guys wake up. It is the, well, thank you.
Oh, Bryn.
Thank you for the welcome back. Oh god, I've lost my DM screen again. I have so many tabs open, guys, you have no idea. I have like over 300.
I was this close to thinking, should I ask for a religion check? But I was like, nah.
If you want to, you can.
Nah, I don't.
Alright. So, it is currently day 21 of your adventures together. And if you're curious about the date, it's the 29th of Leapits. It is, I will tell you the exact, so yes, Leapits. Yes, it's the 29th of Leapits. It is a Четверик, which is the fourth day of the week. The weeks here consists of 9 days, and there are 2 weekends. But yeah.
Got 2 whole weekends?
Yeah, so it's like, it's 2 days off. Like 2 Sundays, basically, in a way. Because
Damn.
one of them is for church, so. And the other one is to do all of your housework.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, which is kind of like a lot of people have the, you know, the Monday to Friday and then Saturday, Sunday off, you know.
I just wish, like, hey, I wish we could have that.
I mean, I have that now. Like, I have Monday to Friday, then Saturday, Sunday off.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I mean, there are some perks of doing my job. There's a lot of stress, but there are some perks. As Catalan would know, because I ranted on my last stream for like an hour about it. But yes, anyway, so yeah, you guys are out and about in Cloudforge. You come down from the bar, and we now have a picture of the guy.
Boy.
Oh, did you just make a picture?
We have a picture. I found this picture. I made it before. No, I was totally prepared for the session. I made it before. I just didn't want to show it to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
While you're showing it to us, you
Oh
should
my
look
god,
at
he's
the
so
forum
tiny.
again.
Sorry?
While you're showing it to us, you should look at the forum again. I just finished the magic item called Fuck You Mats.
You literally made a magical item called Fucky Mads?
Yes.
It's a
You
pretty
just
good
write
one.
this down. What does it do? Okay, I want to know.
Oh, it's
Please,
pretty
I need to
good.
know.
It's pretty good,
I know how
actually.
to balance my shit. You think I fucking study game design as an off-time thing for shits and giggles?
Okay,
No.
okay, well, to be fair... Ooh, okay. Nice.
It's a good one. Come on.
But anyway,
I
so yeah,
gotta know, please.
this guy is, you guys come down and the bartender is still cleaning the table, sort of nods at you guys and says, hope you had a nice sleep.
I mean, the bed could be soft for, but I'm not complaining.
Alright, would you like some breakfast?
Do you offer breakfast?
Yeah.
Kind of breakfast.
Well, hold on. He goes back into, like, the back room and you can hear him...
Pasta, sausages,
No,
and
you can
ketchup.
hear him. You can hear him talking. Yeah, you can hear him talking.
That's a garage.
With somebody
Just
behind
lined up.
the scenes, or like behind the screen on the inside of the room, and he goes like, "Right, so we got boiled eggs and dried lentils. We also have the baked chicken, roasted chicken, and some artichokes, and we have a leftover baked duck and some lime.
I'll take duck and lime, please.
It'll be 4 silver.
Here you go.
Thanks, man. Any of you want some breakfast? Which means dinner leftovers, except the boiled eggs and the lentils. Those are fresh.
4 silvers for fucking leftovers.
I just
That's
want
a
the
crime.
boiled eggs. I'll just have the second boiled
A
eggs.
duck
That'll be
and
9 copper.
Potato.
That'll be 9 copper for the eggs.
Okay.
Would you like eggs as well?
Do you have like a potato as well?
Just the one.
I
you
mean,
make like
yeah,
a cooked
we
potato?
can we can make potatoes. How would you like? Do you want to like boiled, fried,
I want it like tater tots.
oven,
Oh,
baked?
my tater part.
Just a baked potato and the eggs.
We can do that. We can do that for 1 more copper. So that'll be
yeah, I'll do that.
that'll be 10
Why not
copper,
double?
a silver.
I'll pop one more.
Okay.
Listen,
okay.
you guys ever? Can I get a
Guys,
Yeah.
that okay. Sylvia, and he kind of goes back to the thing. It's like, what? It's like, these people are asking for potatoes. She goes, just come back here. Come back here and we'll talk. And he looks at you guys and goes, yeah, 1 second. Goes behind the scenes and they start chatting. He comes out. It's like, okay, I've sorted it. You'll have your breakfast.
Quick,
take a seat. If you
Run! Waste the potato!
No, I said quick, Robin.
Oh, Robin.
He seems to be like not very sociable. Seems to be doing this job. Yeah, he wasn't born into the innkeeper profession. As they say.
Okay. Anywhere we can fill our rations? Back to this time.
I mean,
How
yeah,
many
they're
rations do you need?
around on the
Shit, son, I eat.
I give you 7 rations.
on the sorry, 1 second. I kind of got lost here. I forgot the names of this place. Yeah, in the Great Mile, there are some shops. Literally every shop you can find is in the Great Mile, so feel free to browse there. It's just like that way. Just need to come out, and there's signs showing where you need to go. Mostly it's alchemy shops, but there would be some supplies for, people going on expeditions to mine or
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Needless talk. Give me my potato.
After a few minutes, sort of a
potato just bite it like an apple.
you hear
Honestly, I have a long fucking mouth. I could probably just.
Oh.
You hear from the back of the kitchen, it's like, darling, and he sort of leaves the sort of the bar, goes back and comes out with plates, and he puts down the 3 plates in front of you.
She's the top.
And then he kind of nods and says, wipes his hands on his trousers and says, do you guys want like a drink? I don't know, maybe an ale or something.
You just woke up.
A breakfast ale.
The duck or?
Well, yeah, I'll have a breakfast ale, of course.
Yeah. It's just watered down.
I'll just take actual water.
Okay.
No, Natalie. In Rome, if you water down your ale, you would be rightfully executed. Does the same principle apply here?
No. It's very common to sort of drink ale even to children. Give ale even to children, but you water it down. You do half and half, so it's not too heavy for the morning.
Man,
what would you like to drink?
this should be illegal. I'll have a water.
Okay.
Would it be illegal if I water down your port?
Do you mind? Yes.
Cool.
Do you... Yes, fuck you. But I don't drink port when I just wake up. I will die. I'm not that hardcore yet. So as I'm not Portuguese. as he stands up and looks at you, says, "Oh, by the way, the waters that you're getting, do you want them clear spring or crystal filtered?"
Crystal filtered.
What's the difference?
Clear Springs kind of got, it's what it is. It's from the river. Sort of, it's just being cleaned off, but it is sort of river water. While Crystal Cleaned is basically is just pure water. There's no added salts or anything else.
I'll take the clean water.
Okay, they're both clean,
crystal,
but it's just the second one is crystal clean. Okay. You see him walk back, and as he
crystal.
As he pours you the breakfast ale, you notice that it looks pretty good. It looks pretty tasty, but it is still ale, but it's just watered down a bit. And then he pulls out 2 of these glass bottles. Yeah, he takes 2 glass bottles like those. No. Have you ever been to those restaurants where they give those fancy named glass water? Oh, thank you for the bits cheer. Thank you, Belle.
What the heck? Thank you, Belle.
Thank you for contributing. But anyway, you see those kind of expensive waters that restaurants charge you extra for. He kind of pulls out 2 bottles of those, and the cork is popped with a cork opener, a bottle opener. And he pours it into a glass, and you notice that there's a ball inside the glass, and that rotates as the liquid comes out. And then he brings over the drinks to you. Says, "Have a nice breakfast," and goes back behind the bar.
Just nice of it. You too.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck! God damn it! Why am I such a goddamn social retard? Stupid.
So yeah,
which is hilarious because I technically have the highest one.
So you gang have your breakfast, and it's actually pretty well made. The eggs are cooked to perfection. The potatoes done really well. The last night goose basically has been reheated in the oven, but it wasn't dry because you don't know what sort of magic or contraption she did to the woman in the back, the mysterious woman, to keep the moisture inside the goose so it tastes pretty fresh and hot, like it just came out of the oven. You're pretty satisfied with your you're pretty satisfied with your food. The breakfast ale, it's ale, just a little bit watered down. While Fervand and Bax, trying this crystal water, you've never drank anything as pure as this. This is impossible. Only through prestidigitation you could get something like this. But you haven't seen him, use any fancy magic.
Don't you have that spell?
I do.
Yeah.
I literally do this on the basis.
I'm just gonna get a water. It's gonna be like, man, it's crystal me.
No, but this is the thing. Everywhere else you drank.
Them like an idea like this. We never thought of actually trying to filter our water like this.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you drank the regular water everywhere else, it had a flavor. You could tell what kind of water it is, like Nouvelette from freaking where the water came from. But this is like pure,
it's
double filtered water.
You have to cast a spell, purify water and drink.
Yeah.
Or food and water or something.
Prestidigitation doesn't actually. It like it has to clean an object.
I'm sorry. Yes, it is purify food and water. It's basically like, I suppose Bax, you're the only one who probably have tried it because of the magic school thing. But it is like pure, magically purified water. There's no other way to clear the impurities in this century, in this country.
If you freeze the water and it's in a solid state, is it technically an object?
You're just gonna have to find out. You're gonna have to find out.
Don't tempt him. Don't tempt
How
him.
you're right.
Anyway, you guys finish your breakfast, and the city's yours. What do you plan to do?
But you wouldn't clean what's in the object. You would clean what's on the object, right?
No, it's just clean an object. It doesn't specify outside or inside.
You instantly clean or sort. Yeah. Yeah, right.
You could soil some water.
Yeah, fucking shit in some water.
Kinky.
You know what? I'll just like
You bump shoulders into someone and you cast prestidigitation, soil their water skin from the inside. So when they just drink like piss and shit.
I mean, there's always the option you can make it look like somebody peed themselves when you use prestidigitation.
That's very true.
10 feet.
Yeah. They never mention how you soil them.
So.
It's also an incredibly vague spell. What kind of
Really
soiling?
It really is.
What if I don't
We
respect your
have
privilege,
a
Gabe, and I call
destination.
you an object?
Sorry,
An
investigation? Sorry?
We move forward towards our destination, the ruins.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, no,
Uh,
didn't you wanted to go grab some provisions, I remember. You asked the question about
yeah, we were just quickly.
I gave him 7 of my rations.
Yeah,
with
let's do
my-
that.
Yeah, as you guys head to the Great Mile, you find that now in the morning it's bustling with all sorts of activity. There are people saying like, alchemical ingredients, if you want frog legs, come get your frog legs. And then somebody else is like, saying, hear ye, they're newest on the market.
Get your sparklers here.
It's like the automatic grinder, and there's literally a pestle and mortar that's got like a little crank, and it's just like creating powder. And it's like speeds up your production tenfold. Come here, hear ye, and everybody's like, ooh, that's interesting. And you see like a bunch of these people with pouches and backpacks, and some with books are like asking like, so how does this actually work? Is it a hydraulic press? And there's just so much conversation of like, you've never seen this sort of noisy. What?
Is there a man selling shoes with pipes on them?
With pipes.
What?
With the pipes, with the smoke coming out.
Give me a D100 roll, and if you roll 7 or lower, there is.
Damn it! I got 47. It was
Yeah, no.
on the 0.
Sorry, my dude.
Close.
There is a dude selling shoes. There is a dude selling pipes. There isn't a dude that's selling shoes that have pipes.
They give each other the fucking freaky eye, like, oh.
No, they're all busy selling.
What if?
You do notice like there's a few like, you know, there's quite a lot of people. There's quite a few gnomes, especially this area, which is surprising. It's just populated by gnomes and halflings, and a lot of them are like out of the way. Like everybody's like pushing and moving, and it's a very bustling street. People don't seem to give a shit if they stepped on your toe or anything. It's a very
portable crystal filter.
Is a hey, give me a perception check.
Did you just take the crystal with your glass? It came with a glass. I own it.
Oh, now I roll good.
What'd you get?
16.
16. As you guys wander about, you notice that there's all sorts of merchants selling things, and then you notice that there's this one guy who has a similar bottles with the little ball inside. and they've got the same label as the innkeeper has, and it's like, you notice that he doesn't really get that much foot traffic. He's just sitting there bored with his bottles, and some people come up, pay him money, pick one up, and just go, and he's just like, he doesn't even advertise. Everybody knows what this is. He's just chilling there.
Being chilling.
Ming chilling.
Bing chilling?
As the three of you guys come up toward him, he notices that you guys are dressed, not like everybody else, and you kind of, looking around, and you're not rushing, full, like, it's basically the same difference between London walk and regular person walk. You're not, you seem out of place here. And he stands up and he's like, oh, you seem to be new to our fine establishment here in my stall. Would you like to see a demonstration of my new invention? I mean, it's not really new, but it could change your life, I promise.
I keep walking.
He goes, okay, sir, have a wonderful day. Those of you who would like to take a look, and he picks out a picture of...
Way to say fuck the DM. Oh my god, bro.
I assume, Bax, you stay here.
Unhinged.
Bax, I assume you stay here.
Blocker, okay? It's got my fucking fist.
I assume you stay to watch Bax, because you want to buy one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to stay.
Yeah, as you're staying, he picks up a pitcher of water that's like yellow. It's got a bit of like grass in it, a bit of mud. It's kind of like icky. And he's like, now this is the finest water from the riverbank. We do have an industrial complex around here, so that's where the river's kind of messy. But anyway, would you drink this? If you're a thirsty traveler, you probably would. However, you don't have to, because... And he opens up the sort of the bottle, and the crystal seems to be like hovering in the scent, like near the lid. It's not at the bottom of the bottle, but it's not also attached to the lid. It's kind of hovering there, and he sort of pours the dirty water in, and you notice as it's pouring, the crystal starts rotating, and it sort of lights up a little bit, and then the water that drips down is crystal clear, and he's like, "This is the water purifier." Huh? Isn't it good? Would you like one?
What's the cost?
5 gold.
Where's the
Give me
film go?
Give me up.
It's giving you 5 gold. What about you, Sylfania?
You know what? How about, I'll take it, yeah.
5 gold, please.
What's the maintenance there?
What's the what?
Is there a maintenance on it?
A maintenance, well, the crystal can get a little bit, iffy after a while. If you basically take a lump of mud and put it through, it will purify it for you, but the crystal will get all grimy and it will become opaque. So all you have to do is just pour a little acid in there, and that should clean off the, opaqueness, and just keep pouring acid into the glass until the crystal turns, clear again, and then, obviously, don't drink the acid.
Do it?
Pour it out. I don't know. I've never really tried. I'm not a magical person myself, but I mean, feel free to try. And he pulls out a bottle that, like, as at the bottom, like, it's like, I was meaning to clean this one. Try it if you want. Yeah, it works. Cleans it up. Goes, well, I'll be damned. Ha! Guess being one of them.
Privilege I just did there.
I'll be thinking all that.
Guess being a wizard really does help. You cheeky bastards. Anyway.
Shadow Money Wizard Gang.
Thank you very much for your patronage.
Yeah,
Hope you have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye. And then he sat down and writes a note like,
Love
get
you, bye.
magic intern to clean the filters. Actually, I need you all guys, what are you guys' passive perceptions?
Yes.
11.
18.
16.
As you guys are walking
wait.
about, Sylfania, you
About
notice
17.
a person that's really crowded, but your sharp senses notice a person who's kind of like doesn't fit around here. It's very grimy, dirty looking.
Hat?
No, he's kind of grimy and dirty looking. And as you sort of come up closer to him to take a look at him, like you make him out in the crowd. He's sort of this like gaunt and very dirty, and he's just like getting bumped by a bunch of people. And he's like scratching his cheek, and you notice there's a rash going on his cheek as he's scratching his cheek and looking around. And you notice he's looking around for someone. quite frantically. And he seems to have spotted someone far off at the end of the street, and he, like, really hurries over, like, pushing people and stepping over them. And they're like, hey, watch where you going, bastard. Almost dropped my goggles. And, yeah, all kinds of...
goggles.
Almost dropped my goggles! My alchemical goggles! I can't do my alchemical tool set without my alchemical goggles!
You done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, good. You got it out of your system? You good?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
He had this whole character in his head. You don't understand. He had to get it out.
I just, boom, I gotta do it.
Good on you.
I gotta do it.
So Sildana's the only one that, like...
good evidence to you, Natalie, to not let him die, because this is the character he'll play next.
So, Sildana, you are the only one of the group that kind of noticed this stranger just doing this weird thing. He's sort of moving away from you towards someone quite frantically, but that's what you notice with your passive perception, because it's pretty fucking high. It's 18.
Okay, well, that's a thing. That's all I could say.
Yeah, no.
He's not engaged. He's not engaging me, so whatever.
No, it just looks shady. But apart from that, you just hang around.
Man, you're not shooting him from a distance just to make sure he's not a bad guy. Just
Blammo.
like, stop, criminal scum! Playing. Oh, my bad. Alright, never mind.
Fervorand, with a 16, as Sildana is looking after that weird person that, like, walked away that you didn't notice, you were kept heading forward, I assume. Like, stomp away.
I am driven.
And as you're stepping away, you notice that out of everybody here, there's only one hooded figure. And the hood is, like, it's weird. It's not like a head. It's like, it's as if it's hiding a hat underneath or something.
Oh my god. It's Doug Dimmadome, isn't it?
But there's a hooded person that currently, there's a stall full of, like, these beautifully colored powders, all on display. Like, if you've ever seen a spice market in anywhere, like in India or anything, like, it's basically
Roughly,
that. Yeah. And this person has just, like, he's talking to, like, you notice this person is talking to a shopkeeper who's very attentively listening, and then you see, like, a gloved hand come out and drop a bag from, you don't know of what, into the shopkeeper's hand, and then a parcel is passed to this person. He stands out to you again because his hood is all weird. It's like, just doesn't fit right. And then this person kind of, like, stumbles out and, looks left and right, thinking if anybody's not...
follow him.
Oh, okay. This person starts walking down the road. Do you ditch the party and just follow this guy?
Yep.
Okay. As you guys were dealing with the water filter, Fervrand is following the strange hooded guy. It's not hard. Because of the hood, he's much taller than everybody else around him. So he is quite easy to sort of see. You stealthily following him, or...
Yes.
Okay. So as you're following him stealthily, give me a stealth check. See if he notices you.
Nat 27.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
For real.
Bruh.
Real.
What?
I can confirm that it's a nat 20.
Okay, give me a second.
Get
Alright, well, you're stealthy. You're stealthy. There's no way this person can possibly win. Yeah, no. Yeah. You follow this person out of the Great Mile, and you notice that this cloaked... You assume it's a man, I don't know, you haven't seen the face.
My fingers inches away from tickling his butthole.
You notice that the person is going, like, in the direction of the ring. So out of the city. Like, out of, like, the Are you legit? Are you getting close enough? Are you getting close enough to do the Japanese butthole challenge? Is that what you're doing?
No, I was playing with Mads because he did this, and I did it again, but I spit on it.
Bruh.
I was playing along with Mads. Don't worry.
Okay, how long do you follow this person?
Until he stops.
Okay. I'll go back to the group. Meanwhile, you gang finish. You got distracted by that strange sort of beggar-looking guy, and then you look around, and Fervrand, you do not see him at all. Like, you saw him walk away, and you were like, he's probably gonna stop, right? He didn't. He just kept going, and he's gone now, and it's just you and Bax.
You know, maybe they have a tracker in this market. I feel like we might need one. You know what I mean?
Do you think they have an air fryer here?
I asked one of the locals right next to me or something. Hey, have you ever heard about like a? That's what I said. GPS tracker? No.
You got like a dog collar or something?
So as you tap, like as you turn towards a person next to you, it is this small. Hold on. Let me bring this up. Did I get the name right? Yes. This halfling. This really pretty halfling girl who turns towards you and kind of looks up at you and goes, "Oh, so, you talking to me? Okay. You asking me if there is some sort of a way to like track someone? You mean a Terra?
Is there a small device? And
Yeah, you mean a Terra tracker, right?
What?
A Terra. Never mind. You're probably not from here. Yeah. Hold on. And follow me. And she like drags you by the sleeve, just like come on, hurry up. And she walks over. She walks over to this merchant that's just standing there with a bunch of gears, and he's got like
not even a background check. He's like, yeah, I have a GPS.
She's just like, hey, hey, Bobby, and then you see him like,
Mommy,
and he Bobby, and he's like raises his head, is like, what? And he's like, Miss Twofoot, it's like, yeah. Enough of
That's a degrading name.
It's like
Miss Twofoot.
She's like, yeah, whatever. enough of the pleasantries, okay? I don't need all this
title, or is that your last name?
I don't need all this celebrity bullshit. Anyway, have you got any?
Is that your title, last name? Please tell me.
It's my last name. I'm the head alchemist. Anyway, whatever. Have you got any of the Terra trackers left over? And he goes like, the ones that haven't blown up? Yep, the ones that haven't blown up. I'll check in the back. And she turns towards you and you're like, do you know how to use one?
A bit more information on that. Blow up and also no.
Wait, what?
Right, so this is something we've all been tinkering with around here. You know how mages can, like, I don't know, scry and kind of look at people and spy on people in their own homes, which is really an invasion of privacy? You know, why do mages get to do that? Why can't regular people be stalkers? That's rude, okay?
I know, right?
So,
Right.
Right. So
if I want to go invisible and sneak into the girls' bathroom,
exactly.
That's my rights.
So, I've been leading this initiative to adapt a lot of, standard wizarding and sorcerer, spells into something that can be used by anybody, like a layman with no magical ability. Because, you don't have to be a mage to do cool shit, right? So yeah, we've been kind of working on this Terra Locator thing where, basically, if you have, it's a pair of stones with particular like alchemical runes burned into them, and if one of them is located somewhere, you can use the other one as sort of like a pinging device and figure out which direction to go. And it glows brighter when you get closer to the little stone, the pear stone, and it glows
it's a
dimmer.
Game of hot and colder?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, we couldn't figure out a way to give the exact coordinates. But we're working on it. This is a work in progress. Unfortunately, if you get too close to the other stone, it can get so hot it spontaneously combusts. So you kind of have to keep a little bit of a distance from the target that you're looking for.
How far?
Bobby! Bobby comes out and like he brings one stone and then goes back, and it's like a little tiny pebble. It's literally like pebbles. A tiny pebble. And he brings another pebble, and as he was bringing it, you notice that he's holding it with tongs, and as it's about like half a meter away, and you notice it's starting to like glow really red, and he's like, yep, about yay far.
You gotta use fantasy measurements. What is it in hands? I mean,
half a foot. I don't know. A quarter of a foot.
We need to know these things.
A quarter of a foot. Fuck me. I don't know.
We gotta use the right measurement.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Yay far. Yay far.
That's it. exactly how Americans would measure it.
Yay far!
It's about the width of a washing machine.
Yeah, no, it's about the length of a trout.
Washing machine. This.
It's about the length of a trout, okay? It's about the length of a trout. This is how far it is, and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't bring it any closer. It will go into flame. It's pretty hot now, so and you notice as he's stepping away, the stone is like
when
pulsating
it
less.
Spontaneously combusts. Is it an explosion or just? Oh.
I mean, have you ever tried to grab a coal with your bare hands?
Ever seen a grown man naked?
Like that.
Have you ever seen an erect gnome before?
Okay, so it doesn't blow up, it just melts.
She's like, but that's the good thing. We made sure that the stone itself is not damaged. Everything around it is, though, so it'll burn a hole in your pocket. If you keep it in your pocket. Or your hand if you keep it in your hand, you know?
Alright.
Keep it in your mouth, noted.
Yeah, but if you keep the stones away for long enough, they're gonna cool down and still usable.
Alright, what's the cost?
She goes like, Bobby? He's like, oh, I'll get rid of these for free. I keep forgetting where I put one of them, and then the other one keeps hurting me. And she goes like, Bobby, you need to retire. This is called dementia. And he goes like, nah, man, why don't you retire? I'll work till I die. And she goes, whatever.
I'm surprised that it just like shakily look around and be like, 600 gold.
No, he's like, no, I'll get rid of this for free. I forgot I had this, so,
You know what? While you're already on the experimental sword, anything else around you got? Might as well.
Okay, let me check.
What else you selling?
He like finally looks you in the eye and goes, oh, fuck! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm sorry, oh, jeez, I've never seen something so hideous before.
Bro.
He's like,
did he bring me a mirror?
he comes over and is like, alright, I gotta, give me a D4 roll. Give me a D4 roll. D4.
D4?
Alright. Got 1.
A 1. So as he goes back and he brings over this kind of circular metal like sigil, like a rune sort of thing. It's got an anchor on it, and he brings it over and he puts it down and looks at you and says, right, so this thing I've designed for the Navy. It basically, when you attach it to anything super heavy and say the command word, it basically makes it light for a short period of time. So it reduces weight. I think if you like say a different command word, it can make something that's light really heavy. So it basically affects the density. It kind of looks you over and notices the mage robes and goes like, something like transmutation kind of thing, where it turns one thing into another but actually doesn't change the objects. It affects the density of the particles, but it doesn't affect the actual consistency of the item anyway. You say the 2 command words and you can control something's weight. I think up to 1...
What's the... Sorry, what you were about to say?
Up to 1 ton.
Up to 1 ton.
That's pretty good, not gonna lie.
I mean, it's used very common. The Navy uses this very often. I just had an extra one, so...
What size of objects?
Any size, as long as you can attach it. So you kind of like... And he's like, alright, looks around and there's a big sort of brass vat kind of thing that's got like this weird green bubbly liquid in it. And he's like, see, this is heavy. And he touches it and like, tries to raise it and it doesn't go anywhere. He's like... puts it down and then says Berkban, and then the little anchor lights up and it like the ring stays the same but the anchor rotates and then like upside down, and then he's like, see, and then takes one hand and lifts the vat like it weighs nothing. And as he throws
porcupine.
and he throws the vat a little bit up and it sort of goes up and then hovers down into his hand, and it's like, not as light as a feather but not as heavy as it used to be. Puts it down, and then pulls the rune off, and is like, and then you can hear it as like the vat settles back to its original weight.
I'll take it.
Alright.
How much?
100 gold.
Yeah, Thanture.
Yeah, that's a steal.
I got that.
I mean, this is highly used by the Navy. This has been developed. This has been proofread, and this ain't those stones. We've been using this for a while, so yeah, this is.
I'll take it.
As they say, it's been optimized and quality controlled. And then the sort of the halfling girl next to him is like, really useful. My lab did that.
Well, I'll
So give yourself a weight rune, as in like WEIGHT. And that is an actual item submitted by My Way or Highway. So thank you to My Way or Highway for submitting the items.
I was hoping it would be like a weight anchor. Because that would be funny because it's heavy anchor.
No, but this is why it's used for ships whenever they need to raise anchor really quickly. They usually have it on there and then they say the word porcupine and it like... So it goes up.
Why is it porcupine?
Sailors! Porcupine! All hands on deck!
Right.
And he turns out, do you want to hear the other word to make things heavier?
Yeah,
sure.
I forgot what it was. And then everybody starts laughing, and then the halfling girl, the head alchemist, kind of goes like, "Oh, come on, it's steel."
The gnome laughs, the puppy laughs, the table laughs, guns are fired.
Guns are fired.
Wait, so the other one's porcupine to make it lighter. Why is it steel to make it heavier?
I don't know. I wasn't the one that designed it.
If
Who made up these names?
If the magic were to make it lighter, it would have been feathers. You could have made the steel as heavier the feathers joke.
And then Bob goes, "I just like the word porcupine. It sounds fun. I don't know what a porcupine is, but it sounds fun."
Well, steel is heavier than feathers.
Steel is heavier than feathers.
That's very true. Yeah. Also, steel is heavier than a porcupine, probably, if I knew what a porcupine was. I just like to say the word porcupine.
They're both a kilogram.
They're both a kilogram. But steel is heavier than feathers.
I don't know what the reference is to.
You're actually nailing it.
You never seen the video?
Don't actually. Oh my! I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay, I'll watch it after the stream, but I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, you are now a proud owner of a weight rune.
Wait, did I buy it or you buy it?
I don't know who bought it, but whoever bought it, put it down in your descriptions.
I mean, I reduced my money already, but I don't know if you bought it.
Whoever paid the 100 gold is the one that keeps it.
I don't got 100 gold on me. I got 45 gold.
I paid for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you keep it. You keep it then. You have the weight rune.
Hey, you got the cool thing.
Anything else? So the Bob looks at you and go like, and he points at the little weird contraption he was working on. It's like a bunch of gears and stuff. It's like, I was kind of working on something. Do you need anything else, kid?
Well, something else that's weird or well tested. Somehow give me a call. Somehow.
We're actually working on that. And Bob looks over at the halfling and she goes like, "Oh yeah, totally. Like that's the whole new project for Cloudforge, you know. These teleportation circles that got designed by that fucking draft, I swear, always magic. It's so elitist, like he doesn't let anyone else use them. Only a true transmutation wizard can you stupid ginger fuck. Anyway, we tried to design a bunch of shit, you know, to have people communicate with each other in long distances, you know, so you don't have to send a message, you know, but it's still in development. We're still trying to figure out a way how to do it, but yeah, we're working on it. As you say, Cloudgeforge, Center of Innovation. That's what we are.
I'll probably be back here eventually, regardless.
Yeah, feel free to get...
Yeah. And, take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, carry on. And she like, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, well.
Let's find that fucking bellend.
You were making a
I said to you, Sylfania, and I said, let's go look for the bellend.
Oh, right, yeah.
So he's been gone a while, so I need you to give me a survival check to track him. Somehow.
Where can I hear the most screaming right now? Wow! You hear a fucking R2D2 scream? I can't do it. I don't go that high pitched. Damn, dude. 8.
What'd you get? 8. As you're looking around for him, there's too many people. You have no idea where he went. Like, the street goes one way, and you just follow that. You know what? Give me a D100 roll. And, or actually, no, you know what?
Could I got, like, advantage if Sylvana's looking with me?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
There's
helping.
2 of you. I'll let you have advantage. It's 2 of you.
Hey.
Nat 20.
Not 20.
Oh, not 20. God
Okay,
damn.
okay.
Okay.
Not 20.
21.
21. Yeah, you because Sildana's helping you, you were wondering about like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, I want to buy this. And Sildana's like, nope. Pulls you back away, and eventually you end up, all of you guys end up in the same place. Because, there's a little bit of time distance between the 2 of you, so I'm gonna go back quickly to Fervorant. As these guys were doing their shopping, you were following this cloaked figure. You notice he sort of slowed down with a few sort of shops. He still has noticed you following him with your nat 20.
Is he dropping off to all of them?
He's noticed he's stopping by a few stores, they're not stores, they're like stalls, you know, it's like an open street market. And you notice that he's picking up, if you're paying attention, so the first one was probably like some sort of powders, the next one is a lot of like brass tubes, the other one was a few glass vials, a third one was a very like, a bellows, like for a heater. Fourth one, he had a very long conversation with the owner, and the owner, when they looked at him, kind of like, give me a perception check to sort of observe things around this figure that you're following.
24.
24, okay. As you're looking around this sus figure, you always look at the faces of the shopkeepers to whom they're speaking. And every time the hooded figure appears, like, and they see their face, you assume, there's a bit of a startlement, and then, maybe a recognition and understanding, and then immediate, like, they would turn with a smile towards a customer, and then go, and then still serve them, but they're all a little bit, like, startled. Not scared, but, like, startled to see this person. None of them grow hostile or scared. It seems like, you know, they didn't expect to see this person here. And this continues on, but because he's stopping at a few stalls and you have to, like, wait for him to finish his transaction, by the time you guys find Fervorant with your nat 20, all of you guys have just left the city, from the ring. I assume, like, meanwhile, Fervorant, while you're waiting for him, you probably would have bought, like, rations somewhere, because, like, you know, you're waiting anyway.
No, I mean, I would have got, like, something to snack on just for the fun of it.
Yeah, I'm just telling you in case you guys want to buy some rations.
I do want to buy rations.
Alright, Sildana, on your way as you're going around, because you got a nat 20, you save some time. You notice a ration shop, and you need to, like, run up and tell me how many rations you want to buy.
I want to buy 7.
Alright, buy 7 rations with however many, was it copper it was? I think it was 10 silver per ration or something? I don't know what it was.
It was like a silver?
Is it a silver?
Now let me check.
I don't recall.
Yeah, so, yeah, they're five silver. There's 5 silver per ration. So you buy 5 times 7, 35. 35 silver. You grab some rations on the way, and it's literally it's in packs. It's really simple. It doesn't take you that much time. Basically, you guys end up all just outside of, like, in the ring, which is like the out of the main city area, and you notice that with the ring, it's a little bit interesting because this area is slightly different to what you're used to seeing. Let me come back and give you the details 1 second. So yeah, the ring, it's like you notice that the actual buildings are far apart comparing to what the city is very closely knit, and these places usually have, like, a lot of land around them, and you notice some buildings have, like, big craters on the outside of, like, on the land outside of them, and you notice some of the buildings are charred. There's still people in them. You notice there's 2 people dressed in, like, weird brass armor sitting behind a barricade, looking over, and then one of them is doing, like, a finger countdown and then you feel like a boom, like an explosion, like somebody threw a fireball in a distance. And then one of them gets up and has these goggles up, and they're looking, and another one looks over and starts frantically writing something on a notebook. And then they're all like clanking, go over to the explosion site. It's a weird, like, strange place. And this hooded figure just keeps heading down weaving between the areas, just passing them by like it's no one's business. You guys now in the open notice Fervrand following someone. Yeah. Do you carry on? Do you stop? I don't know.
You hear the Pink Panther theme as I tippy-toe around.
Yep. So do you guys, this figure seems to be heading to the very, very edge of the ring.
So we notice both Fevrin and...
Yeah, at this point, because there's no crowds, there's no buildings, it's just open area now. You can see them in the distance.
So, you think he's hunting that guy?
Yeah, we're gonna snap his neck.
No, casually talking to Sylfania right next to me. You think he's hunting that guy?
Probably.
Can we follow him?
Do you want to?
Do we want to be involved in this mess?
You did this to yourself, Brand. You did this to yourself.
I mean, we kind of got it, right?
Do we have to?
Let's do it like this. We follow, but we do not let him notice us.
Well, I can actually do that. Okay. So I'm gonna be stealthing, and I'm basically Axe is following along with me.
Give me a stealth check, both of you, and it's gonna be a group stealth check for the two of you.
My passive perception is 16, so beat that. Baby.
I cast guidance on me and on. Oh, wait, can I cast on?
No,
both
it's concentration,
people?
I think.
Yeah, it's concentration. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So no, I cast it on Vax then.
Okay.
I don't need it.
Do you cast it stealthily?
If we're far and away enough, I don't really need to.
If we were having a casual conversation like that and you didn't notice, you won't notice.
Like, what are you talking about, bro?
I'm joking because most spells have verbal components, and you never know how loud those are.
Are you casting it on? Alright, 16 for Bax. How about you, Sylfania? What's your stealth?
We weren't for that fucking D4.
26!
I know.
Well, meets it, beats it.
You see Bax, but you don't see fucking me.
Yeah. So, Feverad, as you're tailing this person, you turn around, like, from the corner of your eye, you hear a Bax trip and say, "Oh, fuck!" And you're like, "What's Bax?" You have a sense of the Dragonborn behind you.
I abandoned Bax.
I knew this day would come.
And you're like, you don't know where Sylfania is, but you're just like, she's probably around, but she's so good at hiding. I don't know where she is.
Even with my crazy eyes, I can't see her. Ever.
Thing is, both of you beat the passive perception. So this person, you notice that there is the furthest house away from everybody. It's like up a little hill. Kind of, I don't know if you've seen Slay the Princess, right? You know that there's a cabin on like a hill. It's kind of like that. Like you literally come out and you see like nothing, and then there's just a small cabin. And this person, you see fiddles with the door, opens it up, looks around before going inside, and this person has to like lower their head to fit the head inside the door frame, and then they close the door behind them.
I knock on the door.
Fervran just comes up and knocks on the door immediately after they come in, or you wait a little bit.
Are you breaking into the house?
I silently count to 10 and then I knock on the door.
Okay. As you knock on the door, you hear like somebody put something on the table and then startle inside, and then a person comes up to the door. You see it like open up a little bit, and there's a chain, and you hear like, "Who is it?"
Fervor Dickens.
What do you want?
Fashion extraordinaire. I saw your cloak as you were walking through town earlier today, and I'm quite curious when you got it. You have some mighty interesting fabrics that I would like to look into.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Bruh.
Nat 20 and an 18 to a total of 22.
Holy
Oh my
fuck.
god. That is true. He's not even
Damn.
lying.
22.
He's not even lying.
Okay, as this person sort of... You don't see them because they're in the shadows yet, and the person's like... It's just a regular cloak. It's
Well, it
nothing
looks very
special.
dashing.
It's just made of silk. Leave me alone. If that's all you want.
No, I'm sorry, am I intruding?
Yes.
What am I intruding on?
I don't like visitors. Just go on your way. And you see like a gloved hand like do a shooing motion as the door slams back and it closes.
Sir, wait. Let me talk about my Lord and Savior.
Can I like just like pop up right behind Ferbrand and just be like, I think he wants his privacy. I just suddenly appear behind him.
I knock on the door right after.
You knock on the door right after, and then you guys hear a sigh from behind the door. And then
at this point, it's Bax in front of the door and me and Sylfania behind, like, oh.
Yeah, then
I'm
the door doesn't open this time, but you hear like, "Go away! I do not take visitors."
I'm sorry, sir. Would you like to talk about my Lord and Savior?
No soliciting! And you hear the voice walk away from the door.
Oh, Sylfania, it's your turn.
Letting Sylfania do it, sir.
So wait, why were you chasing him?
Don't worry about it, just knock on the door.
At this point, you gotta follow the gag. I said that in my character, by the way.
What do I you know what?
Feel the rhythm.
Hello. I knock on the Sylfania knocks on the door. Hello. I'm sorry to bother you. I just my name is Sylfania. I would like to talk with you.
You hear a chain rattle, a door sort of creak open, and give me a dexterity saving throw, Sylfania.
Well then.
You see a splash water on you? Look,
I guess
he
so.
fucking... He opens his hose.
How are you standing? Like, Sylfania, you're in front of the door. Fervent, you're behind her, and Bax behind him, right? Yeah.
No, Bax and I are like side to side.
I dodged that shit. 25.
25. Fervent, Bax, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna end up getting hit, and
16.
I might end up getting hit, and
Imagine it's his chamber pot.
Oh.
14.
As the door opens, you notice, you suddenly see sort of a mass of something like dark blue just being thrown at you. Sylfania, you duck immediately, and Fervent and Bax, you both see it's the cloak just bundled together and thrown at you. And then behind, as like the cloak is being thrown, Fervent, you catch it because you did the dexterity saving throw. Bax, you fumble a bit, but you still catch it as well. And the three of you are looking at this person who is not looking very friendly, looking pretty hostile. Just
Oh, you're an elf.
just staring at you guys, and now you notice that the reason why the hood was being all weird is because of the extensive antlers. So his antlers are almost the same size as that of like Duke Belloir, who is the oldest elf any of you know. His face though looks pretty. He looks
very
pretty young,
big.
and he kind of looks at you, Sylfania, with this like gold. His eyes are the color of molten gold. They're not glowing. They're just very yellow. And he looks at you, Sylfania, with this just absolute disgust, and he goes like, "Don't you know it's rude to tell an elf that?" And he kind of looks at your ears like, "Oh, but you're a half-breed. You wouldn't know, would you?"
Damn. He's
About
racist.
what? Wait, what? Wait, what did I say earlier? I'm trying to remember.
You said, "Wow, you have big horns."
Oh,
sorry,
how many ears you have?
Oh, I said that. Oh, okay.
Does the horn match the other horn?
I'm terribly sorry about that. I don't get to talk to many elves.
It's fine.
To be honest.
There's not that many of us here anyway. Then he looks at you, Fervent. You have your cloak. Now go away.
Actually, I don't think it was the cloak he really wanted.
I'm like investigating it, like, oh wow, fine silk.
This is
silk
sort of
cloak.
something he does. He likes to meddle in with people.
He has a
I got
problem.
it from Duke Bellowa.
Clearly.
And then I hand him his cloak back.
He grabs it from you and looks at you guys.
Does he react to the name Duke Belloir?
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear you drop the name. Who said it? Sorry?
Oh,
Repeat that.
I said, I was inspecting the cloak, and he was saying I'm a meddler. I said, I got it from Duke Bellowa, and then I handed him the cloak back.
He takes it like... Belloir?
Yes, we're good friends with Belloir.
Saved his son's life, went in on a bit of a crime spree,
As in-
sat together in jail. That was pretty fun.
Belloir Falinel.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he's a duke now, is he?
Yeah.
And you notice, like, he's still annoyed with you, but there's a little bit of, like, reminiscence, like, I remember him. It was fun to party with.
Now, if there's anything I learned from Duke Bellowa, is that when individuals such as yourself are hiding amongst the people, it usually means there's something juicy going on, and it's probably not because you don't want the attention.
Individuals such as myself? And then he stands with his, like,
Yes.
hands crossed in front of him, and you notice he's wearing this, like, leather jerkin with gold embroidery. He's got these, like, braces and gloves on him. He's dressed, like, very richly, but also very practically, like a person who works with, like, his gloves are very thick, like, almost laboratory gloves. And he's just like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, and I follow up with, individuals that are usually making great wonders, like very smart, capable people such as yourself. Like, you don't want the recognition of the masses. You'd be swarmed in an instant. So obviously you hide yourself, but you wouldn't be hiding yourself if you weren't making something amazing.
Right, well, I don't like talking over the threshold of my own house, so introduce yourselves and maybe I'll let you in and we can have a conversation.
Hello, my name is Sildana Markuth.
Still Fevrin Dickens.
Bax Obsidian.
You're a Magic Academy student, are you?
Correct.
Still wearing your student robes.
Well, you're not gonna go away, are you? So might as well come in. He turns around and leaves the door open for you guys to come inside. As you guys come in, you notice that there is it's a clean room. It's very sparse. His dress, it doesn't really affect, like, his decoration style is very barren. Like, it's just, if you've ever seen those, like, really cheap rented houses on Rightmove or, like, any kind of, like, rent website, it's like, the basic table, the basic chair. Like, it's, like, very mismatched furniture. It feels like this is a temporary abode. He doesn't really live here. But there's everything, like, there's a kitchenette, there's a place to make food. You notice, like, through the corridor there's a place to sleep. You notice that there's on the table there's all sorts of, like, alchemical vials, and all of the equipment he bought from the market is currently lying down partially unwrapped. There's all sorts of, like, you notice that there's a bit of, like, definitely this person is an alchemist. You've never really met an alchemist before, but this whole city is just crawling with them, I guess. Bax as well, like, in the Magic Academy, the one part that Laudenborough doesn't have is an alchemy department. They all basically say that because alchemy isn't really magic, but it also isn't really, like, engineering, it's something in between. Cloudgeforge is basically the only city in Ravinia which specializes. So anybody who ever does any alchemy kind of just congregates there. You wouldn't find a stray alchemist, mostly because the equipment and the items you need to do alchemy are so expensive and hard to find that you need to be in a well-connected city, which already has this infrastructure to be able to get all the reagents you need. So everybody just who wants to practice alchemy end up in Cloudforge. So you don't know what the fuck any of this stuff is, but it looks very complicated. And you notice that this person, whoever he is, hasn't introduced himself yet. Goes to the kitchen, and you hear a stove start up with a quick fire and like a nice little sound, and you hear a metal going on metal. So you assume he put, like, a teapot on or something. You just left you guys in the living room on your own.
Yep, that's fine.
While he went away, I'll turn on the magic blinkers and see if there's anything suspicious in the house.
Okay.
It's just sort of like a submarine.
Let me double check something real quick.
Beep, 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 beep.
Hold on, let me check this is magic.
Yeah.
As soon as you spot something here,
So as you look around, you notice that some of like the potions are magical. There are some like magic items in a way that there's an actual wand on the table. There are some powders which are exuding like this glowing powders that have like a magical glow. There's no magic items per se, but some of the reagents, not all of them, have magical properties, but it's very raw. You can't even tell the school of magic. It's like unrefined magic. Something naturally occurring. So it's very faint. Usually whenever something's magical, you see like a glow in your face. This is kind of like a shimmer. You kind of look through the wall to look at this person. And you notice on their person, they're not wearing any magical items.
This from you guys, you can definitely see me fucking looking, scanning everything.
Like an owl. The head rotation.
No,
Just literally turns my head around.
God, it looks so weird when you actually just get to see it feel like this.
There's nothing above us, nothing below us either, right?
As you're looking above you and below, you notice that at the edges of the room, the house as well, there are these like embedded in the wall, which you didn't notice before when you came in because they're in the corners, are these like very magical crystal-looking things. But you notice that half of it is embedded in the wall and half of it's like looking into the room, just above, in the four corners.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just stop like after and I just look around.
What do your magical eyes see, Bax?
What does your elf eyes see? Oh,
What does your lizard brain comprehend?
nothing less than what you'd expect, except maybe the crystals in the corners and the embedded into the wall. I don't know their function.
As you're saying this, you see this elf man comes out with a tray of a very delicate teapot, and like it's so jarring in this minimalistic, brutal room. This very delicate tea set that he brings over and puts on the table, sits down with you and says, pours some tea before he even refers to any of you, and then smells his cup, drinks a little bit, puts it down and says, "So, you've introduced yourself. It's only natural I introduce myself. I'm Evandel Visahana. Wouldn't say it's a pleasure to meet you because I don't know what you're doing in my house. But, benefit of the doubt."
Well,
Thinks deeply.
How to say this without coming off as crazy? There's a ruin nearby, and, well, you're the most unique individual. I'm assuming you would have the most knowledge of said ruins, if not know who does. We need to get those ruins post-haste, because if not, an Archbishop of the Lady may or may not destroy an entire city. If not worse. I don't know.
You notice Evandel puts his cup down and he looks at you and says, "I don't know whether you're insanely lucky or what, but you found the one person in this city who actually knows anything about the ruins of Dogrider, which I assume you're talking
It's
about."
the middling, as I do a bow.
Yes, it's the middling. This is the reason I keep my house away from everyone, because I don't like visitors, but you found me. If you wish to know more about the city, I've written a whole thesis work about it. I was studying the properties of the stones that were sort of building the underground tomb in the city. The one with you probably heard of the multitudes of accidents and traps and all that. Was curious to how the stones worked and wrote a whole thesis about it. It's gathering dust in the library if you wish to read it.
If I may inquire, in those ruins when you were looking through, was there anything you would consider a keeper of sorts? Or maybe
Oh no, I
any...
did not venture into the ruins, mind you. That was dangerous.
We should tell him the prophecy.
Oh, you're here because of a prophecy, are you? I see. Okay.
You know, Favren, that seems terribly reductive just to destroy my entire thing there. Anyways.
Did this prophecy, was this given to you by a bird flying through the sky and telling you tales? Or maybe you prayed really hard to the sun and it appeared. Yeah?
What'd you say?
Oh, I jokingly added blood, actually.
Either way.
Yes, is the prophecy in the room with us right now? Thanks, Camelon. That's a good line. I'll take it.
I can hear it in the corners. Oh, it's sitting on my chair.
You notice that the moment you said the word prophecy, he just looks like, okay, these people might be crazy. You're losing him. You're losing him here.
Joke's on you.
I did say the word prophecy with a bit of a ooh.
It says.
Now I don't even want to say it anymore.
Alright, I have a feeling
fine.
that, and he sort of looks at the three of you, comfortably sitting down. Do you try the tea, or do you just
Oh yeah, I
sit there?
definitely have the tea.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like, you've not had this, you feel like this is, you know, it feels very verdant and very, how do I put this Feywildy? I don't know how you would say it, but like, it's not anything you've tried. It's very... It's so vibrant that you're like, no tea is this vibrant. I've not had a tea this vibrant before. It's really delicious. It's pretty good, yeah. He goes, yes, it's the last thing I have left.
After the recipe,
The last thing I have left of the sea. I am quite partial to the tea. The teas here taste like charcoal. I can't drink it.
You do know that with prestidigitation you can flavor your own food, right?
Yes, I do. I'm not a wizard though, so.
Shame.
I do have the bottle cleaner thing. That's very useful. It creates really clean water for any of the reagents I tried to use. So.
Now, I do know that saying list the prophecy makes us sound quite fanatic, if not completely redundant and insane. But you're, I'm assuming, an ancient being with a vast collection of wisdom throughout the years.
What gave it away? The horns?
Well, your beautiful eyes, mostly. So let me preface this in a way that puts a little bit more seriousness to this. I have been working for, well, in the previous 20 years, I had been working in undercover work for an infiltration mission to the cult that would pretty much put demons in people's bodies to make soldiers, and trying to uproot it. Got caught, got killed, might be half demon, who knows. Got resurrected by... Yeah, thank you, Sylfania. Got resurrected by the lady, unsuccessfully partial. As you can see, I'm still kinda, and I take my mask off, you know, I'm dead. Put it back on. So let me put it this way, they're somewhere around Lodenborg, probably planning to kill everybody there. I know the Archbishop of the Lady is in on it. I don't know who else is in on it. We've already killed 3 hags and a monstrosity that have been planning on eating an entire inn. And at this point, the only thing that we know that could potentially stop this is in the ruins, and the only lead we have is a prophecy that Baxter got in, was it a dream?
Ahuga. Yes.
Okay.
But I have valid reasons why!
That's,
he's not with the lady.
That's a lot. Just gonna stop you right there.
Yes, it was quite a lot.
So,
Also,
if I got this correctly,
He's talking.
and you were involved in the Knight Favesian campaign 20 years ago. It's what I caught from the beginning.
Yes, I was.
You died, got brought back by the lady, I assume in the hero resurrection ceremony that she does yearly. You had a prophecy, you killed some hags, and something to do with Lodenborough. I missed quite a bit in the center there, but alright. I see that you are quite busy and you work for the government. I mean, if you want any information on Dogrado, I mean, I've not been inside the ruins themselves. I've only studied the rocks and the stone that makes up the ruins, because it's actually quite a fascinating alchemical thing. Pure accident. I've found some stuff about it. I don't know if you care to know, but I haven't really been in the ruins, so I can't draw you a map, but if you know what the stones are made of, then you might be able to not die as quickly if you go in there. I don't really know what you want to do. But...
I mean, I already died once. So has he.
He's died twice.
Oh, yeah. You did
Yeah,
die
I'm lucky.
twice.
I did not die.
Never mind.
Far.
You notice he gets up and he goes to the table full of alchemical stuff, and he picks up this very, pure white rock, and he puts it on the table, and it's quite heavy, so it's like thuds. The little teacups go ding. they jiggle a little bit. Hold on, I need to check some information. I'm just bringing up some information about the stone. He goes and brings up a few more things from the table, and a few of his notes from back in his room. Ooh, interesting. Okay. And then he sits down with you and he tells you this information. Sorry, I was just clicking things in the back.
Time to monologue, some exposition.
Great.
Exposition.
And he looks at you guys and he says, so the interesting thing about it is the fact that the rock is impervious to any sort of physical or magical damage or damage over time. This is why the ruins underground look pristine. And then he takes a sledgehammer and literally goes, boom, smacks the rock, and you notice it cracks, and then after a few seconds you see it goes back to normal, like back in time. Just no crack, nothing. Perfection. Exactly the same rock. And he looks down at it, and he sort of points down and says, yeah, so...
That seems more like chrono magic to me.
Exactly.
What happens if you chip it with a blade and the blade is still in there? Does it close on the blade or push it out?
From what I've done, I've tried different metal rods inside. It pushes it out, basically. It reverts to whatever state it was before it was damaged in any way. Same with magic. I'm not a wizard or sorcerer, but there's a magic academy, so I have asked many colleagues to apply different sorts of magic to this rock and see if anything works. Transmutation is the only school of magic that can affect it significantly, but not every transmutation spell can. I think it depends on the stone. So this particular one, and then he traces it, he takes a little bit of powder and puts it on top, and you notice that the sort of gold powder you can see through, in the crevices of the stone where it drops, you can see a rune in a language none of you have ever seen. You don't know what this language is, but there's a rune drawn on top of the rock. And he's like, so I don't know what this rune is, but for this particular stone, the only magic spell that can affect it is mold earth. And it stays that way permanently. That is how I managed to mold it and pull it out. But the moment it was out, it reverted back to being a block of rock, and now mold earth doesn't work on it anymore.
One-time thing.
It feels sentient. Like these runes were meant for a purpose, for a spell, or for an action. And if this action is done to them, it is the only thing that can affect it. Aside from that, time, any kind of destructive magic, any kind of physical destruction has no effect. I've never seen anything like this. But there are many, the whole of the underground tomb or dungeon, or whatever you want to call it, that's been buried over centuries, is made up of these. I've only taken this from the entrance. So,
Yes. Can you recall the prophecy for me? Just refresh my memory.
I shall. It rings thusly. To beat the odds and venture deeper, head northeast to find the keeper, concealed within an ancient hollow, the crimson death's path thou shalt follow, or thou must follow, rather.
And he kind of looks at you and says, Crimson Death? The notorious assassin?
Yeah,
that one. If the wall is sentient, would they theoretically be the keeper in this? riddle?
I don't think it has like a mind. It's not sentience. It's
No, but more of a passphrase.
Yeah, it's like a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a keeper, I think in your case, if you may allow me to speculate, could be a person that said concealed within an ancient hollow, so it might be concealed within the ruins, whatever you're looking for. It's not the ruins itself. Because there is an entrance part that's not concealed. It's out in the open, really. So that wouldn't work, would it? And as he's saying that, I need all of you guys to give me a Constitution saving throw. You do yours, Fervent, with advantage, please.
Whoa.
He did something to the D.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Then he drugged us.
Wait, if it's coming from the tea, I specifically said I didn't drink.
It's not coming from the tea. As you're sort of talking, you, Sylfania and Bax, you feel a little drowsy, but not too much, just a little bit. You feel fine for a round. You just carry on talking to him. He seems fine. He's talking to you as well. You're not like falling asleep or anything, Sylfania. You just feel tired. And Bax, you also feel like all of a sudden you're just so exhausted. You know, it's like, you just want to take a nap. You just, Sylfania, you especially, you want to take a nap real bad. You're so tired of everyone's shit right now. And the table's looking real nice and soft.
Oh.
I feel this is too weird.
So
am I suspicious of this?
I mean, you start getting suspicious, and then you just, put your hands on the table, put your head down, and just, close your eyes for just a second. Just a second.
I'm so tired, you guys.
Just a tiny second. Bax, you stay a little bit longer, and you're just like, this is a bit... What? It's like you're drugged. Fervent, I need you to give me another Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Do I notice them, like, getting all...
Oh, you notice Sylfania just literally, like, drop her head.
20.
20. Damn, you're rolling really well.
I go like as well, Fervent, something's wrong.
And then you pass out as well, Bax. Fervent, you notice Sylfania...
No, wait. I did say I'd shock myself before I'd fell asleep.
You'd what?
I'd shock myself.
Okay, how?
Like I have shocking grasp.
Okay, you cast shocking grasp on yourself. Give me the damage.
Can I do it in a lesser degree?
No, it's a magic spell. You do it.
You do it.
Give me damage. How much damage do you do to yourself?
It's a cantrip.
Nah, 20.
Not 20.
No. Where the hell are you? You are right here. Bonk. Bonk. And now I had whole roll on. 13.
You do 13 lightning damage to yourself, but you feel like you did the damage, but the drowsiness is still keeping you in. You're not staying awake.
Okay, in that case, at that very moment, if it doesn't actually push me through, I'll use Fey Presence.
I'd say you fail the saving throw. Just letting you even cast a spell is a bonus here. You don't have the time to cast your Fey Presence as you pass out next to Sylfania. Fervent, you notice them both just peacefully pass out as Bax shocks himself and then passes out, and then Evandal sits there, looks at Bax and says, "No idea why he did that, but alright."
I assume this is your doing?
Yes. And you seem to be very resilient. Is that because you're dead?
Yes, pretty much.
How?
Why?
Did that
have
happen?
you done this?
Why?
Answer my question first.
You know what? I just might. If you can stay awake for the next 6 seconds, I will. Call it a final trial, if you will. And give me another Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Alright.
I'll let you say whatever you want to say, though. You got 6 seconds, though, so...
Oh, 12.
Okay.
Damn.
The dice just, like, flopped out like a bad turd.
What did you want to say something to him before you pass out? I'll let you have those. You were mid sentence.
Yeah.
He's sitting there perfectly calmly.
I look at him and go, assuming you're Crimson then maybe.
Kudos for not passing out early. Shows a good constitution, but no, I'm not the Crimson Death you're looking for.
Shame, and then I pass out.
Alright, so you guys...
we don't put all the cards on the table.
You guys are...
And the party is wiped.
You guys are passed out, and you don't know how long. It is a dreamless sleep.
To be continued?
It's a dreamless sleep. I'll give a little bit of a sneak peek. Fervorand, I would say you have the highest. Well, you stayed awake the highest. You have the higher chance. Like you saved more for this particular effect. So you're going to wake up first.
Okay.
And you had no, like, 1 second you closed your eyes and you remember Evandal's face as he's calmly watching you pass out. And the next thing you open your eyes in darkness. Like, you didn't feel like you slept at all. It was like a millisecond for you. You don't know where you are.
In, like, actual darkness?
You can't see anything.
Darkness.
Still have dark vision.
I used 2 key points to cast dark vision.
Okay, you use 2 key points and you cast dark vision. What you can see is you are in a basement of some sort. It is dark. There is no light source, and it's the reason why you couldn't see anything at all. And then you look behind you and you're tied up. So your hands are tied behind you to your legs. So you're like hogtied. And you're lying on the side, like on your side, but your mouth isn't covered. You look around and you notice Bax is snoring next to you. You kind of look up and you notice a very low sort of stone ceiling, but it's old stones covered in moss and like, you know, feels like it's an old basement. It's not a newly built house. And you look around for any kind of movement, and what you notice is Evandal's back to you, standing across the room in front of a stone, like, pulpit or some sort of like a big, maybe it used to be an altar, you don't know. This looks like some sort of a basement, like made of stone and rock. There's a lot of, so he's standing with his back to you, so you can't see him, but he's on the altar. There is something. You can't really make it out from the angle you're lying down. There's just something lying down on the altar. You would need to roll me a perception check to look closer, or do you want to look around more as you're now awakened?
I would like to look closer, please.
As you look closer, you notice
An 18.
bones and scraps of cloth. Carefully assembled, like, leg bones protruding from the left. And an arm bone sort of leading from the side. Evandal is standing in front of basically a skeleton of sorts on an altar. And as you look to your right, you notice a brass and glass vat of this like greenish bubbling liquid. And inside it is Sylfania, attached to her different tubes. She seems to be floating in this vat. You don't know, dead, alive. She's not pale. But there's a bunch of sort of things attached to her. She's fully clothed. And at this point, Evandal turns towards you and says, "Ah, you're awake. Well, this should be fun.
Awake. You were caught trying to pass the border."
Well, this should be fun. And that's where we're gonna end the episode.
I'm gonna die!
Y'all got kidnapped.
Yeah, boy.
He's sucking out my nutrients!
Sucking out them juices.
I know passing out would have been a bad Cliffy, but I wanted to give a little bit of a sneak peek of the next session. Because Sylfania, you're asleep. Bax, you're definitely asleep. Fervorand, you're awake. And yeah.
Wake me up.
I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of role-playing. A lot of role playing. I had a bunch of combat scenarios prepared in case these guys ran into it on the road, but they all rolled like super well. And I literally sat there and I was like,
we do not level up.
No. I sat there and was like, oh, okay, we're moving on. We're moving on then. Okay, cool. Great. So
you got this totally prepared, right?
No, I mean I had this prepared, but it was not as much as I had the little fight scenes prepared anyway. So if it was a little bit clunky, I apologize, but hey, life of a DM, ain't it? Awesome. I'm super. Thank you so much for people who donated. Thank you so much for people who wrote the magic items. I will try to incorporate them as much as I can, so the guys get to encounter them as they go along.
I'm glad I sped run the fucking plot on this one.
Yeah. So actually, like, Evandel is supposed to be quite difficult to find. Because I remember Bax did say that he was gonna ask around about the Dogrador ruins. But you guys, when I realized you guys weren't planning to ask around, I was like, yeah, okay. He would be buying some equipment. That's fine. Fair enough. You could beat him there.
And of course, my autism is like, suspicious!
I mean, yeah. And that's the reason why. He's a recluse. He lives at the very, very edge of the, how do I put this, the nuclear testing zone of the city. Of all of the dangerous volatile reagents get tested outside of the city for a good reason. And he lives in the furthest building away from everything. But you really don't know much about this Evandel. You literally just show up to his house, told him everything you know, and yeah, like, guys, you need to be less trusting. Okay? Just saying.
You see, this is your fault, Ferberand! It's your fault!
I mean, quite literally, as we were just kind of like, what? Why is he? What?
Listen, either he would have helped us and we would have been on our merry way, or this happened. And
you didn't even think this was gonna happen!
I did consider it would happen, in which case I'm going to break his kneecaps and wear him like a backpack.
But you got knocked out, and you're the only one here!
I mean, I've gotten out of ropes before.
You don't know how strong he is. You don't know.
I mean,
all right.
He can't cast a spell if I punch him in the throat.
Very, very true. Well, anyway, thank you for coming, guys. I don't know when the next session's gonna be. It's gonna be scheduled, and I will put this up on my Discord and Twitter, and we'll know then. We still have no idea. We kind of do these as we go to see when we're available, so it moves around the week. But you'll get at least a week's notice as to when this is going to happen, so you guys can prep yourself for a 3-hour fun time.
Heck, inconsistent schedule!
Yes, queen.
Ah.
I mean, we did try a consistent schedule, but honestly, with our lifestyles, it was very stressful, so we couldn't do it. But anyway, thank you so much for coming. We are going to raid out, so if you want to raid, please do stay. But if you don't, I completely understand. It's been a long stream. If you want to go and self-care, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for coming, and bye-bye. I'm gonna stop recording, and we're gonna raid.
Bye.
See ya!